From ABC News, around the world, and into your home, the stories that touch your life. With Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters, this is 2020.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done either of this before.
It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good. It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020, and this is episode number 541 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Turtle doves.
Ew. Very unsettling way to say those words. I know it's a reference to it, but it's a very unsettling way to say those words, and I never liked it even as a child. Kelly Harris is here.
Clams.
And Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
Also clams.
Yeah.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Jose is not here. He sliced his whole foot off building a tiny rooftop now.
That's not false. Jose's not here. He's pooping.
Sending us all the feet pics he's always wanted to send us.
Like, finally, all the excuse that I need. Oh, man.
If Jose cut his foot off, you think he would, like, put some lipstick on it and keep it?
I can taste that one.
Do you
It
guys
tastes like a foot.
Do you guys remember there was it was like a pocket pussy, but it was in the stump of a foot?
Oh,
You remember that?
No.
You don't remember that? And then I photoshopped Kerouac's mouth onto it.
That I remember. I thought you photoshopped the pocket pussy onto his mouth.
Let me see if I can find that.
Just dig through the files.
Oh yeah.
YouTube, if you're watching, maybe go check something else for a minute.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, big show tonight.
The Big Show show?
Yeah, the Big Show show. No,
The Big Show show?
Yeah. No, it's our last top 6 of the year. It's kind of a
I
big
need
deal.
to see when the
Momentous
Big Show
occasion.
show Christmas special goes up.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's the last episode.
Oh my
of, like,
God.
and then it's done.
Oh.
Um,
Gone too soon, Big Show show.
I found it.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Maybe we...
Oh, God.
That's okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, no.
Horrendous.
I can taste that one, too. Didn't
Why
care
does,
for that either.
why does his mouth look like that?
Well, I mean, the bottom part is not his mouth.
Oh, okay.
Scurvy, Kelly. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like when you get scurvy.
Oh, it's terrible. Just
Eat
terrible.
your fruit, kids.
so not okay. But yeah, so fuck, what's going on this week? Let's see here. All right, so so I made a big noise about how I was going to get caught up on all my reading and shit this week when it was just me and the kids. That did not happen. I did not catch up on my reading, mostly because I spent hours every night just trying to get this fucking upstairs situated. And you know what? I'm getting real close, you guys. It looks really fucking good. So
Sure does.
I'm gonna do a full on like MTV Crib style shoot when this thing's over with.
Nice.
I'd be like, over here when we make the magic happen. And it's just like,
Is that when you just show your desk? And
yeah. Yeah. So very excited about that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing once I get all my shit set up, is doing a very similar, like, hey, this is our house.
Yeah, but you gotta get some fucking shelves first, dog.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
Let's do that in 2035.
This is all the stuff I collect. Hey, check it out. And then, everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone these days.
Headphones.
Are you just going to talk over us again this week, Lee?
Oh, now he's gone. Now you've done it. Poor Lee. It's like the last day of school. We're all just
is.
Fuck the agenda. Nice, turn on the talks.
you can't stop it.
I'm not ready.
Logged on to the call before we started, and the very first thing I saw was a fucking talk, and I'm like, oh man. They played me already.
And I think you switched to your webcam mic somehow again.
That sounds about right. Fucking why not? Like, why not? Why would this not be just needlessly complicated and difficult?
Yep. Merry Christmas, population.
Yeah, I checked my settings before the show, and my audio settings had changed, and I'm like, don't you do it. And I fixed it. Y'all would have never known.
I'm trying so hard.
You're back.
If I ever had to do anything other than plug my headphones into my computer, this show would be a real problem.
Well,
for me.
remember, we fought with your microphone for weeks. And
then I just changed computers.
And we just gave up. How many headsets did we buy for Kelly?
So many.
No, not the headsets, just the microphone itself.
Oh, yeah, microphone, sorry.
And that was like 3, I think. It just turned out I clicked that box where it said don't use microphones.
So
sometimes you just got to uncheck a box.
You've been getting your office all situated, Lee. You're once it's all done, you're gonna take some videos, do like a cribs. I love it. I like the idea.
It's gonna be fucking great. It's gonna be really good.
Same wavelength. I'm with you.
Yeah, it looks slick, man. It's gonna be really good. It's got a few more kind of high impact things to do, and got to tidy up a little bit, put some shit up on the walls. It's gonna be great. Very much excited about it. Started playing that Miles Morales game on the PS5. It's really fucking dope.
Nice.
It's pretty good. And then the only other thing I wanted to talk about, fucking might as well just go. So Pornhub was in the news yesterday.
Yes.
Because MasterCard and Visa are no longer getting accepting payments through there, and also feel like the entire Mindfreak network, including browsers. So it's kind of fucking nuts, but they deleted like most of their videos. All the videos on the site now are like verified users and all that shit. They all get some blue check marks, and we were talking about it in our kind of podcast thread, and I checked out the homepage. Like, oh shit, look, it has all blue check marks. And then my brain started connecting dots, right? And then like fairly recently, I think it was Kelly shared this map, and it was like a map of like the most searched like terms like in like various states or what have you, like Pornhub search terms.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that popped up was giantess, and I was like, what the fuck is that? What is giantess? I don't know what the hell that is, And Kelly was like, oh, that's like where the big strong ladies pick the little guys up and have their way with them. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Cradle him in her arms and suck his dick.
Yeah,
like Sammy Guevara.
Like Sammy Guevara, exactly. And so then some wrestling thing happened, and there was a big lady there, and they're like, oh, look at this giantess. I'm like, oh shit, that's right, the giantess is a thing. And then the Pornhub news, oh fuck, right, I'm here. Let's what the fuck is giantess? You guys, we were wrong about giantess porn, and it's way weirder. It's so much weirder. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, and I forget what states the giantess was like the prominent search.
It was more than one though.
Pornhub. It was several. Like it was fairly prominent and prolific, which is kind of strange, especially once you know what the fuck it is. So your giantess content is just that. It's all shot like they put the phone or whatever, like the camera, like on the floor, so it makes the woman look enormous.
Oh,
Right? It's all this crazy forced perspective stuff, and there's lots of like fucking around with like toy cars and like little things, whatever. And, like they're like threatening to stomp on you, whatever. Like they're running little cars over themselves because they're giants. You see, it's all they're giants. Like it's giant videos.
Okay.
And I found it to be so weird and unsettling. I didn't care for it. It's just, I don't know if you're trying to kink shame or anything, but that shit is weird.
It just doesn't sound at all sexy.
no.
It's really not, Mahoney. It really
It's
is.
like, haha, get it? She's tall. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, no.
I can't seem to find giantess on this map now. Now that I'm looking for it, but I
Might
do.
have been a different version.
I
of
do
it.
remember Florida's was Trump.
Yeah, it wasn't that map. It was a different one. But like, regardless, like I realized, oh yeah, that's a thing that I was curious about. And whenever you have that fancy, it's the age of you never have to linger about a thought for too long. You can fucking find the answer for it. Like, oh, what is this giantess business? Like, and I assumed you were right. That it was just the big strong ladies. Like, no, you're not.
That at least, like, I'm not into that, but I could at least get that. But I don't necessarily understand. Like, oh look, I'm picking up a toy car.
No, it's all just weird, like creepy fantasy. Like they're giant, like giants.
Well, there's.
I mean, if I met a woman taller than me, I would be nervous. I'm very tall. I would be like, this is uncomfortable for me.
There's also that fetish of like women expanding or inflating that is also like I feel like along the same lines as
I want to feel like that's somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely in the same neighborhood.
It's like the porn version of Lord of the Rings with Gandalf and Frodo, the forced perspective shit, or like Will Ferrell and Elf.
Oh my god, somebody in the giantess porn is like, yes, Gandalf and Frodo, yes.
What else? Tell me more.
Keep going. It's hot, right? They have to take off their wizard robes.
I'm gonna have to watch some of this.
These are so heavy. I mean, here's the thing.
I need to see the production value.
The nice thing is now on Pornhub they're all verified.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, because a lot of the verified stuff, a lot of it's just amateur content. So it's just chicks like throwing their phones on the floor and just like hovering over them and like like acting like they're gonna step on you. Like it's so fucking strange.
Did they ever do a bit where they drop the phone and they act like they're dropping you?
I mean, probably. Like, I mean, I didn't do a whole lot of research on the topic, just enough to be like, this is weird.
I also think it's funny.
Backed out of the room.
Going back to when Lee was like, "Yeah, Pornhub lost, most of its content. They went from something like 13 million uploads to 5 million uploads. So, real porn drought going on there now."
If you're not careful, you might reach the end.
Well,
gotta be careful.
It's giantess porn.
I've gotten to the point where I've got like my favorites, like videos that I go back to.
Some of them might just be gone now.
Yeah, I ran
be.
into that.
Yeah.
Never, not again.
Yeah, no, well, don't worry, guys. If you do run out of content, there's always the giantesses, and I'm not. You can do what you got to do. I'm just saying, it's the interesting road.
Or just ask Jose. He'll drop a link for you at 10 a.m.
An explicit graphic image on my phone at 10 in the fucking morning. I'm like, Jose, it is 10 a.m. Fucking savage.
He's like, I heard Nicole's out of town. It's 10 a.m. Let's party.
Who broke Pornhub? What link?
Oh yeah, he was hitting us with like 10 different options with Pornhub being down.
Yeah, he was like, don't even worry about it. You don't need that. You got tout. You got Twitter's got
Fleets.
what are those things?
Fleets.
Fleets. You got Twitter fleets.
Clams.
Clams.
That's ridiculous. So what's going on, guys?
Well, it's real interesting that you brought up Pornhub and the fact that, you know, you might be running out of content in the very near future, because I was scrolling through YouTube last night, just looking at the homepage, looking for a video to watch to kill some time. I was waiting for the standings to update for Pop Fantasy Football, so I was just kind of killing some time. And I'm scrolling through and I see this thumbnail that definitely piqued my interest. And I had to click on it. So, it is a video titled, "What is Turnaround?" from EPCM PSP, which I don't know what the fuck that is. Apparently, it's some sort of oil industry. Who knows? I've watched this video multiple times, and I still don't know what turnaround is or what EPCM PSP is. There's only one thing that I'm really paying attention to in this video, and I don't know if you guys can spot it, but
I think I got a guess.
So
maybe two.
So I kind of dug a little bit, and apparently this video caught fire on the internet in 2016. The original video's from 2012, but it became like a meme in 2016. It went viral. I don't know why. I don't know what to tell you. But through my research, I found that this YouTube page, EPCM PSP, only has a handful of videos on their page. They got 5 uploads. So I went to look at their other uploads, and they have that same video in Spanish. And I don't know, it's something, there's something familiar about these videos. I don't know what it is. And then just today, I realized that they have the same video and in Japanese. Now, surprisingly, this woman does not seem Japanese. She looks like some sort of Middle Eastern, but she knows Japanese, and also something real familiar going on in all these videos.
What have you stumbled onto?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that first video, by the way, the first one has 3.7 million views.
Yeah. Let me go back. So the videos are 3.7 million, 484,000, 301,000, 9.9 thousand, and 11,000. And this chick is, this main chick, her name is Juliana Morgan, and she's just an actress with... Right. We're not trying to be misogynist on this show. We love women. I mean, we celebrate women. But look at these milkies.
Like,
I'm not saying she shouldn't have a job talking about turnaround for an oil industry company.
I mean, why not?
Why not? You know, $3.7 million. But it's kind of like, it goes back to the AT&T girl. It's like, man, boobs are getting real big in advertisements these days. It's almost like bordering on idiocracy at this point. It's like, fuck it, giant tits, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get her to tell Kelly to stop eating Band-Aids.
I wish. I did find her Twitter. I could not find an Instagram, and I feel like Instagram is where the good stuff would be. But besides that, you know, they had this Disney investor presentation. I think it was
damn sure did.
Thursday, and they just dropped the hammer. Maybe it was...
It was Thursday night because it was happening at the same time as the Game Awards, so it was just a constant stream of announcements.
Right. So yeah, it was... I don't think I've ever seen anything from this investors presentation before, but because of COVID, they're like, fuck it, let's live stream it, let's make a big deal out of it. So they just dropped
it. Reminded me of that after the Avengers movie when they were like, we're going to tell you Phase 2 and Phase 3, every movie that's coming out.
Yes.
And that, like, glorious 90 minutes of, like, Ultron, Civil War, like, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, and it was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it reminded me of that.
After almost an entire year of just bleakness and darkness, watching this investor presentation was giving me full body goosebumps, and like I was like, oh, this is how it feels to be alive. So let me just go through some things. Some of the miscellaneous shit. Let me talk about this Limitless with Chris Hemsworth on Nat Geo. It's a reality show. It's a reality travel show where Chris Hemsworth is going around trying to figure out how he can further hack his body to be immortal.
Oh my God.
He wants to figure out how to get the maximum use out of his mortal coil.
Life
you
hack,
got it,
chop
Chris.
your feet in half, and you got 4 feet. You're a centaur now.
You're twice as fast.
Yep, centaur.
Yeah, literally, if anyone could do it, it would be him, right?
Yeah.
And
You
then
don't even
So
have
your
the
legs
weird,
back
like-
together. Now you got dinosaur legs.
Yeah. Everybody knows you put dinosaur legs on, you're unstoppable.
they just kind of casually dropped that Why the Last Man is coming to Hulu, which has been kind of in developmental hell for decades. But they're like, hey, here it is, Why the Last Man coming, Hulu. And then they're doing a Alien series on FX with Ridley Scott and the dude that
That's
put
kinda
together
nuts.
Fargo. Let's talk about Lucasfilm. We got the Obi-Wan Disney Plus series, and they're bringing back Hayden Christensen, which is kind of wild because he's Darth Vader now.
Thank you, Mr. George Lucas.
It's very like what
But
like
you can
I
put
heard
anybody
that, and I
in
was
that
like,
suit.
yeah, I heard that and I was like, that's really cool. And then I was like, well, but wait a minute, he's Darth Vader.
Yeah, so
So,
you have
who
to
gives a shit who he
assume that either Vader is seeing himself or Obi-Wan is seeing Anakin, and they're like fucking force projection talking or something.
Yeah, or maybe like flashbacks.
Flashbacks, sure, why not? So that's cool. They're doing this. They said they're doing 10 Star Wars series on Disney Plus, and one of them is going to be this Rangers of the New Republic, which I'm sure is the Gina Carano MAGA hour.
I'm sure they're real excited about all this.
They did not say she was the star of it, so things could
I-
change.
Heard that she's not getting shit until she like apologizes.
That'd be great. Every week she's on Mandalorian, she gets worse. They're gonna do an Ahsoka show. They're gonna do a Cassian Andor show. They're doing a show about the Bad Batch, which looks kind of
What
cool.
the fuck's an Andor? Oh wait, that's homeboy from
Rogue One.
Rogue One,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
And the Bad
Star Wars,
Batch,
Bad bitch.
the Bad
Bad
Batch,
not the bad bit.
Bad bitch.
Bad Bitch is about like a bunch of like fucked up
Clones.
clone troopers,
Yep.
which
Yep.
looks
They were on the most recent season of the Clone Wars.
yeah.
They're like a squadron that like the cloning process like didn't take, or that like they're all kind of like wonky, and like one's really strong, one's like really and you know they're just all paired up together.
They're gonna fuck around and make me watch those cartoons, aren't they?
Yeah, those cartoons are great.
Yeah, I went and I looked some stuff up and I made a list of like all the Clone Wars and Rebels episodes that are like Darth Maul centric
Mhm.
or about the Mandalorians. So I'm gonna get on that at some point.
They're doing a show called Star Wars Visions, which is going to be basically Star Wars anime, which
Star Wars and Vision living in a house, and it
Appeals.
takes place in all different time frames.
Star Wars Japan shit coming at you. A Lando show, a show about like a like an imperial. It's called the Acolyte, so it'll be like an Imperial New Republic type, like Handmaid's Tale thing. It kind of is kind of how they described it. A joint venture between the Lucasfilm Animation and Industrial Light and Magic. They're going to do a show about droids, which I assume it'll be CGI if they're combining the animation department and ILM, which sounds cool.
Sure.
Also involved with Lucasfilm, they talked about the Willow TV show. They're bringing Warwick Davis back. And then Patty Jenkins is doing a Rogue Squadron movie.
That looks cool.
Really cool. Moving on to Disney, this is the first thing that really made my fucking jaw drop. They're doing a live-action / animated Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie for Disney Plus with John Mulaney and Andy Samberg as Chip and Dale with Akiva Schaffer directing.
Just fucking bonkers.
We just watched the DuckTales episode with the Rescue Rangers shit in it. Have you guys gotten to that at all?
No.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
It's great. And
Every episode of that show is amazing.
Jason Mantzoukas is Steelbeak. He
Oh my
goes
God.
fucking Maximum Derek as Steelbeak. And then they got TV shows for Baymax, Zootopia, Tiana, and Moana. Wild. And then this Buzz Lightyear origin movie with Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, where the concept is this is the movie that the cartoon was based off of, that the toy was based off of. So that
Okay. Because I was gonna say, isn't that just what the cartoon was?
right. That's what they meant to clarify, and that's kind of their back door to get rid of Tim Allen.
Yep.
All right, and then Marvel. They showed us a little bit of Ms. Marvel. And then they're like,
Did they show anything? Was there any Marvel stuff at this thing? I feel like there was no Marvel stuff. Anything about any of the Marvel
yeah,
stuff?
I have to scroll to the second page of my notes to get through all the Marvel stuff. There's the stuff that we already knew about. They talked about Fantastic Four a little bit, but no details. They talked about Black Panther 2. They're not going to recast Chadwick, but they didn't go any further than that.
CG Chadwick.
Shang-Chi is shot. Eternals obviously was supposed to come out in fucking November, so that's done. Doctor Strange is going to connect to WandaVision. Doctor Strange is going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. Oh, then related, this past week, they've announced Alfred Molina's coming back as Doc Ock, and then they're in talks with Willem Dafoe and Thomas Hayden Church to come back as Green Goblin and Sandman. And then
Wild.
Thor Love and Thunder, they confirmed that Christian Bale is going to be Gore the God Butcher. And then
That's cool.
Kamala Khan will be in Captain Marvel 2. And then the real big news... Oh, they also showed shit from WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, and What If, and it all looks amazing. And then...
that Loki show looks great.
Yeah. Wow.
The Loki show kind of just looks like Tom Hiddleston is Doctor Who.
Yeah.
A little bit. But
Like,
like a
that's-
Doctor Who who's like in jail, like in trouble.
Like that's what that show
like
looks
Quantum
like.
Leap almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's speaking of Quantum Leap, there's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania, which they confirmed King the Conqueror. When they shoot Guardians of the Galaxy 3, James Gunn is going to shoot a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. They talked a little bit about the Moon Knight Disney Plus show. She-Hulk, they confirmed Tatiana Maslany is going to be She-Hulk, and they're bringing back Tim Roth as Abomination. And then the stuff that got the nerds really excited. They're bringing in Riri Williams as Ironheart.
Yep.
They're doing an Armor Wars show with Don Cheadle as Rhodey.
Cool.
And then they're doing a Secret Invasion show. Because fuck it. Why not? So you have to assume that one of the movies ends with a Skrull, right? Because I mean, we already have
It's a
Skrulls.
lot of stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff, right? But you realize that there's there's something like. And Goat and I did the number where we're talking about like the number of Disney Plus subscribers, and even assuming that people have the bundles or whatever, like the revenues from Disney Plus is like $8.9 billion a year or something. So like we better make some shit with all this money.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the presentation definitely leaned heavy on, we don't know when theaters are going to be open again, so maybe we should release a bunch of shit on Disney Plus ASAP. And why not?
We don't know if theaters are going to be around when they can be open again. Like,
Yeah.
AMC is going to run out of money in 15 days.
Mahoney, they're not just going to bulldoze these buildings.
They might.
It will be Disney's AMC theaters or something like that.
I mean, why? Why am I going to buy a theater chain if I'm Disney instead of just release everything to my own streaming service, which costs me less money than a bunch of theaters?
Because I think there's still nothing quite as profitable as a $1 billion movie at the theaters.
Okay, I guess those like 1 or 2, the Marvel movies, sure, but like, is it really worth having the whole infrastructure to get those couple of movies a year?
I mean, let's be real. Those are the only movies I was going to see anyway with any kind of regularity.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what the infrastructure was. I mean, unless you have a fucking A-list and you see every movie that gets released.
I know, but like it didn't work.
But did it not, though?
It didn't work. It wasn't working. And then COVID came and killed it. Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
I like going to the movies. I don't think that it's out of the question that they look at this and be like, do we even need these? Do we need theaters?
Well, I mean, clearly the answer is no. Like, they don't need them, obviously.
So if they don't need them, who's going to put a bunch of money into like turning them back on, getting them up and running?
I like all the people who are like, "Oh, cinema is dying." It's like, no. Movies are still going to be around.
Yeah.
It's just sitting in a dark room. It won't be.
Movies are still going to be around if Tom Cruise has anything to say about it.
Hell yeah, get them, Tom Cruise. Drag their ass.
We should probably play that, huh? But we might get... Tom Cruise probably put copyright strikes on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Lee, did you catch that at all?
I saw some noise on Twitter, but not like what it is.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise yelled at some dudes who were standing too close to each other on the set of his movie, and it was fucking awesome.
He screams at him for 3 minutes. It's like, it's Christian Bale level.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
it's like, instead of just calling him assholes, he's all like, "You guys are not being safe."
Yeah.
Basically.
And he's like, we have to be the industry standard. He's like, we're fighting for people's jobs here.
This keeps me up at night.
That sounds right, actually.
No, he's not. Like, everything he's saying, he's right. It rules. Like, I'm way into it.
I don't know, man. He's still a fucking weirdo, and
but he's a weirdo on the right side of history right now.
He was at Tenet. He went to a fucking crowded theater premiere.
Yeah, he went to see
Tenet
Tenet
to a crowded theater.
Did he even have a mask?
It was a full theater. He posted the video of a full theater at Tenet.
Yeah. On the right side of history.
And apparently, it was just a matter of these crew members were standing too close to a monitor. It wasn't like they were coughing in each other's mouths or not wearing masks or something. And he just goes off for a while.
Yeah.
Sick fuck. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, more than once the past few weeks I've been at the store and whatever, and at this stage in the game, like, the mask people are very much of the minority. Like, even the businesses have like stopped requiring it. Like, fuck it, whatever. Never mind the fact that it's like as bad, if not worse, than it was at the beginning. It doesn't matter, whatever.
Man, fucking Tennessee is an entire different world.
It really is.
Yeah, the people not wearing masks around here are the minority.
Yeah,
the people wearing masks are very much the minority here, and it's funny because they're like, it's weird because one of the local headlines was like, cases surge in Bedford County, which is where I live, but then you look into it like, oh, there's 12, but it's a small county, so 12's a lot, or maybe I don't know, maybe they're trying to sell papers, but like, oh, we got a surge in cases of corona. There's fucking 12, but
but how many people are in Bedford County? 19.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, but the mayor was like, the mayor is strongly considering a mask mandate. Fucking 9 months into this thing, but in the very same article, the sheriff was like, "So,
right,
we're not gonna enforce it." Like, the sheriff was like, "No, we're not gonna do it." Now, bear in mind, this motherfucker gave me 2 tickets for not wearing a seatbelt, but he's not gonna ticket someone for not wearing the fucking mask. Whatever.
I was going to be like, Lee, if the people around you aren't wearing masks, you really need to stop going out into public. But then you were like, I don't even wear a seatbelt. So I feel like you're going to get fucking tickets. You're going to just let the coins fall where the coins fall. So.
No, I started wearing a seatbelt after I got 2 fucking seatbelt tickets. Turns out it wasn't worth getting hit for $50 a pop for not wearing the fucking seatbelt. I remembered. I had an old car. It didn't do the dingy thing. And like, you know,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. And growing up, it was not a priority. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Like, not you think Deb was like, "Hey, son, buckle your seatbelt."
true.
One
It's
time
true.
in my life.
Yeah, the dingy really kind of changed seatbelts.
It really
Yeah.
did. Yeah, my car never did the dingy, but I got sick of fucking getting tickets. This is, no fun. So fucking, treat an exposed chin with the same degree you would, I don't know, 2 grams of pot. Fucking animals. Yeah, more than once the past month or so, I've been in public and, minding my own business, trying to get through the store, trying to get to my fucking life, and had to go, 6 feet, motherfucker! Like, more than once. Back up, you pricks.
Yeah, I walked into the post office today, and there was a line inside the building to where I couldn't see the end of the line. I fucking walked in, and I noped right out of there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
So keep an eye on the mail, you guys.
Ooh.
No.
You're going to fucking love it.
Oh, I bet.
It's Jose's foot.
Jose's foot.
Wait, did you fall
Where
down-
are you?
Did you
He's
fall
in the
down a
bathroom.
hole?
No, I gotta go pick up this piece of bubble wrap I saw across the room.
Screaming about Jose's foot from
Yeah.
15 feet away.
Prove it to us. Pop some.
Oh, yeah.
Darn good.
ASMR,
Hell yeah.
daddy.
We're an ASMR podcast now. You're welcome.
Nice.
We hope you have sweet dreams.
Clams.
Turtle doves.
Oh, follow us on Instagram to see more of Kelly's hot takes like clams.
So is Fleets just basically the Twitter stories?
Yeah.
No,
They're fleeting.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
They're
Yeah,
fleeting.
and I made a fleet, and it just said clams, and then Mahoney reposted it, and Nice thought he doctored it to make it say clams.
Yeah, Nice was like, "You sick fuck! You made Kelly look like a lunatic." And I was like, "No, I didn't touch it. That's exactly what he posted."
Because it was weirdly justified, and it made me
'Cause it was
laugh.
Story size. I had to crop it down to get it to fit, or else there wouldn't have been room for my typing.
Yeah, because my fleet was just a black screen with clams in the center of it.
Yeah. It's justified towards the bottom of the screenshots. I was like, okay, so this is probably Kelly's tweet about what if instead of popcorn we just sold people buckets of fried clams at the movie theater. And then Mahoney's like, all right, erase all that and then just clams.
I will say, not a bad idea. I like the idea.
Imagine that's
You're gonna have to figure out how to execute it.
Yeah.
So when you're not fleeting about clams, what's up, Callie?
Not much.
Not yet. Not yet. Not you.
Just been watching talks.
Not you.
Haven't really been up to much. Over the weekend, I caught up on the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. And that was decent. Really good finisher, or really good finals between Hiromu Takahashi and El Desperado. Desperado ripped off his mask during the match and revealed that he's hot. So that was cool. And then I watched, finally, I got the Blu-ray for Howl from Beyond the Fog, and I watched that, and it's so fucking cool. Like, it's only 34 minutes. I wish it was a little longer.
This is the thing
But,
with
like,
is it stop motion or puppets or what?
It's all puppets, except for the monster, who is like a person in a costume, and occasionally a puppet for certain shots. But yeah, all of the human characters are played by these crazy, like, puppets that are made of some kind of, like, realistic human-looking substance.
Skin? Is it skin?
Maybe. But yeah, like, I've never seen anything like it. It's really cool. And it's just really beautifully shot. The music's really good in it. Like, I highly recommend checking it out if it comes to streaming ever or something.
Yeah, I looked for it pretty hard after I saw your tweet about it. Like, oh, no, it's still not anywhere yet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. Like I highly recommend it. And I mean, like it's about this guy who goes to live with his, some family that he didn't really know, and there's this blind girl there that he's related to, and he finds her one night in like the forest with this giant monster who also happens to be blind, and it's kind of just about those two, and as people try and come in and take the mountain that his family owns so they can bulldoze it and make it a road or whatever the fuck they're gonna do for their oil barons or whatever.
KFC.
Weird.
Yeah.
This is
And
the
so it's
this is the exact plot to Wreck-It Ralph.
And so yeah, it's a really, really cool monster movie. Like just something you haven't seen from the kaiju genre a lot recently. Because like most of the indie kaiju movies tend to be comedies these days. And this was just like fully serious and just a beautiful movie. And like, you know, I'm dealing with my own little blind monster with my cat, so it got me that way.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. I highly recommend it. One of my favorite movies of the year in a year where there's like no movies, but
Nice.
And
I mean it goes like Howl from Beyond the Fog and then Sonic, I guess.
I was just thinking today about how Sonic is probably my favorite movie out of 2020. Like, I didn't make my list the same way I did last year when I saw 70 movies. But I was like, I think if I had to choose, it would probably be Sonic.
Yeah. I hope Sonic wins an Academy Award.
It might.
Best Picture.
I think it may win all of them by default.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I think they really need to stop doing award shows this year. Like, I get it, but on the other hand, stop it. Like, award shows are unnecessary in a normal year. And you're still going to be like, hey, you know, best costume design, here you go.
Yeah. Like on Thursday, the Game Awards make sense. Video games are still coming out. And the way they did the show was it was like 2 people. So like they handled it well. You know what I did find? You guys know who Troy Baker is?
Yeah, didn't
The
he?
voice actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did Batman.
For some reason, I thought he was a little person.
Okay.
No, you're thinking of Kenny Baker, the guy in the R2-D2 suit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah. That explains it. Because I saw him and I was like, huh, all right.
Boy, did you get big.
Yeah.
I was like, did you find a fairy? Or some sort of leprechaun? They granted you a wish? What's going on here?
Show your work, Troy Baker. Show
Have
your
you guys been following at all the fiasco with Cyberpunk and its release?
Yes.
No, I heard that the settings need to be adjusted.
It's an entire disaster of a game. It looks like it's not unlike that WWE game that came out last year that was just completely fucked.
It sounds like it's fairly buggy anyway, but it's apparently damn near unplayable, unlike the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 4. Like you just or the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Like you can't even play it. Like it's useless. So much that Sony is refunding people their money from the PlayStation Store, which they never do. The motto for PlayStation Store is "Gotcha, bitch."
Yeah. Yeah. Today, CG Projekt Red, the company that made Cyberpunk, had an investor call because their stocks are plummeting in Poland. And they were saying, like, okay, for like the updates for the last gen consoles will be made so that the game won't crash anymore and you can finish the game. Nothing else will be changed. So all the graphics are still going to look like complete trash.
Are the dicks still going to hang out of the pants?
Or if the dick doesn't even show up.
Yeah. Yeah, so one of the things you can do in the game, Mahoney, is customize your character to the point where you can adjust their tits, ass, and dick size.
Okay.
And so, like, you know how normally, like, you play a game, like where you create a character and, like, you make your guy big, then, you know, the armor he's wearing gets big. Or if you make him small, the armor he's wearing is small.
Yeah.
Well, that works kind of, but, like, if you make your dick too big, it just kind of pokes out the front of your fake computer game pants.
I'm sorry, what's wrong with this game? It sounds wonderful.
Well, and some other bugs along that line is sometimes it'll just switch your genitals.
Again, what's the complaint here?
I mean, it's
I saw a screenshot of
2077.
a guy standing in front of a mirror and he's just naked. Like it
Yeah.
just didn't render with clothes at all.
Yeah.
I had a similar
I'm still not hearing
problem
the problem.
with the old WWE games where I'd create my character and then I would win a championship in the game and I'd walk out wearing the championship and the championship would like go into my gut. Like it was under my shirt and then coming out of my shirt.
Yep.
I'm like too fat for a video game.
But
Yeah,
this is,
Cyberpunk
most-
might kill this studio.
But here's the thing: like, they delayed this game so many times. It's like, look, you could have just waited until it was done.
Yeah, because
People were
it's
yelling
nowhere
and
near
screaming at
being
them.
done. They said today that the multiplayer they think will be ready with an update in 2022. Might get pushed to 2023.
Nobody's gonna give a fuck about this game in 2022.
Yeah.
Why do you even keep working on it if you can't do anything until 2022? Just be like, sorry.
Yeah, like it's gonna kill this studio, and like they're a big name. Like they made the Witcher games.
Oof,
Like-
yikes.
Shit, like this is the fall of a of a pretty big studio, and like I guess the game runs really well on PC, and that's about it.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
And like you knew something was up when they lifted the review embargo, but did not allow any of the reviewers to use any of their own footage.
Yeah, I've seen some
I've
shit.
I've been enjoying watching all of this play out.
Sounds like a nightmare.
You know, it
Yeah.
could be worse. They could have their Facebook page hacked and their header image be changed to Chris Benoit.
Oh god.
I don't know. That was at least funny.
Sure.
Did that happen to Kelly?
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, Mahoney?
Nothing has been going on with me. I have been playing Fortnite today. I have played 5 times. I have won 5 times, and I think I am some kind of like, I think I'm like on a lucky streak here. I'm going to Vegas. I'm gonna buy myself a lottery ticket. Like I don't know what's going on today. So
And that is truly significantly improbable. Like that shouldn't be possible.
it's never happened before. Like I tend to do fairly well, but I don't win 5 out of 5 times. Like that's just nonsense.
You're very good.
Apparently. Right now I'm lighting a forest on fire. Somebody's shooting at me and I am igniting the entire forest around them into flames. They'll learn their lesson.
It's weird because I want to play with Mahoney because I know he's on. I want to play with him, but I also don't want to drag him down.
He is wet. He came out because of the fire and I shot him right in the head. I think I'm going to just kneel down over here and take a break while we watch some talks.
Are we ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Tick tock, motherfucker.
All right, Lee. I know that this is kind of our end of the year show. We're gonna be gone for a little while. You're gonna be missing your talks. So I have found you some excellent talks this week. I was thinking about giving you like a best of, but there were too many good ones. I found too many good ones, and I couldn't do
That's
it.
the problem.
So
Yeah.
get ready for 18 talks.
18 talks coming your way. All right,
A
Lee,
case of talks.
how do you feel about the 7 Seas? Like the
Okay.
oceans, Lee.
Oh, I know. I understand.
What's your favorite of the 7 Seas?
I'm gonna go the Baltic Sea. Really nice over there.
All right, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Let's see what this person says.
Which is your favorite of the 7 seas? The Pussy.
Yep.
You gonna stick with Baltic?
Okay.
That's a bad video.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great video. I won't hear that.
The pussy.
Yeah, get it?
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
These
No, wait, explain it. I don't get it.
She's talking about like a vagina, Lee,
No, yeah, I got it.
not an ocean.
The
Oh.
pussy.
Yeah.
She said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
These chicks remind me of the two chicks that were walking into Walmart, and the greeter was like, "You guys need to be 6 feet apart," and the one girl was like, "I eat her asshole."
Yeah, they might be the same girls. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so Lee, you like Lily from Riverdale, right?
I
Lily
do.
Reinhardt? Reinhardt?
Yeah,
Is that how you say her
fan.
name?
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
All right. Do you like films?
I do. I've been known to partake in a film once or twice.
All right. Well, tell you what, this talk is for you, buddy. She's playing Guess the Film.
Run,
It's a chicken.
son of a bitch.
Chicken and a person running.
Midnight in Paris. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that's the whole talk?
Oh no, it's still going.
Chicken run
It's just not working.
again.
See, she's getting frustrated. Now her dog's here.
Why is it cutting before she could see it?
It's
'Cause
broken.
It's a bad app.
Yeah.
Because this platform is
Well-
dog shit.
Well, I don't know. Oh, Silence of the Lambs. Chicken Run again?
She recorded that whole thing, watched that back, and was like, I'm going to post this.
That's a bad video.
Yeah, that wasn't good either. No.
No.
No. Is that 2 for 2? Or are we doing this for 3 hours?
I don't understand. You like Betty. You like movies. You're a fan of games.
Yeah, you're right. It really does have all the elements of an A+ talk. You're right.
It's got everything that you could want. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. All right, this guy.
What is this fuck doing?
He's somebody famous. I don't know why.
Well, the angle is killer.
The angle is great. This is adult Kelly.
I'm adult Kelly.
No, this is adult Kelly.
I had the same reaction when Mahoney said this today. Like, Kelly is adult Kelly.
No, he's as adult as they come.
No, you'll see.
I don't want to brag, but I just put some Coca-Cola in my iced coffee because I was just feeling like a real wild and crazy guy, absolute mad lad, and it was good. It was like drinking the most delicious wood. Oh, man. Whoa!
See, that's adult Kelly right there.
Hit the button.
Come on.
I like the bit where it almost fell down.
Feeling like a real mad lad.
I do kind of want to try it, but
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I'd give
like
it a
him
shot.
at all. I do not care for that man one bit. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, you don't care for adult Kelly. That's
No.
He's sitting right here, Lee.
Mm.
I'm adult Kelly.
All right, Lee.
Oh god, what's this fuckwit doing?
Are you familiar with Selena Gomez?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
She's
Selena
a-
Gomez. She dated
She's
Justin
a singer
Bieber.
person, right? She's a singer
Dated
person,
Justin
right?
Bieber. She was on Wizards of Waverly Place.
Selena
you're very
Gomez.
famous. Yeah.
Totally in control of me, Selena Gomez.
Yeah. Completely in my I'm very much in a target demo, so of course I know Selena Gomez.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
I know her entire IMDb.
I don't think I saw that video.
How did you not see the video of Selena Gomez cutting up the watermelon and only eating the rinds?
Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah, she's me.
Lee, did you see the video of Selena Gomez cutting up the watermelon and only eating the rinds?
Can't say that I did, Mahoney.
I don't know how.
See,
I feel like that's a POV Lee simulator. You're
Yeah,
Lee,
but-
and then the girl is Mahoney.
I don't know the context of this video,
They
but
just put Mahoney in a young girl skin.
Yeah.
They just modded it.
I do appreciate it. Let me point out my favorite part of this talk to you.
Why is no one talking about this?
I don't think I saw that video.
How did you not see the video of Selena Gomez cutting up the watermelon and only eating the rinds?
Dinner!
I will say this, where so many talks are poorly contrived and constructed to almost an alarming degree of failure and consistency in failure. I feel like this young lady is very sincere in what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she is speaking from the heart right now. She's like, I don't understand how you've never seen this before.
Yeah.
However,
I mean, it's Selena Gomez cutting up a watermelon and only eating the rind.
I believe her. I definitely believe this chick. She believes what she's saying.
However, to keep with our trend,
That's a bad video.
No, that video was great.
I give it extra points for the end there, but
all right, Lee, do you like Connect 4?
Lee, do you just want me to play the sounder now?
I like Connect 4.
Everybody likes Connect 4, right?
I like Connect 4.
Everybody likes Connect 4. Do you ever just get bored with it though and want like some new rules?
They got a bunch of new rules.
Okay, well, let's hear about them.
New rules for Connect 4. Here they are. The board is in the middle of the room and your chips are on opposite ends of the room. There's no order in which you have to take turns. You just have to keep running back and forth to put your chips into the board. There are Jenga towers around the room, and if you knock one over, you have to stop what you're doing and put it back together, which will give your opponent the option to either continue playing the game or take the time stop advantage. That'll let your opponent unlock the weapons box, which will contain a blowgun and some darts, and only some of the darts have tranquilizer in them. But if you finish setting up the Jenga tower before your opponent assembles the blowgun, you have a chance to take the double cross advantage. This will activate psychological warfare mode. So then you'll pull a card from the psychological weaponry deck to use against your opponent. The cards include but are not limited to sleep deprivation, sensory assault, propaganda, and white room torture. But if your opponent can reverse the time safe paradox before you activate psychological warfare mode, they can either send you to the Chamber of Religion or get an extra.
Oh my god.
Didn't even get all the rules out because it went 1 minute and 3 seconds.
And like, motherfucker, no, ring the bell, ring it.
That's a bad video.
That's not how you play Connect 4. You don't want to go to the Chamber of Religion.
If you're gonna do all this hokey bullshit,
Shadow Realm.
You gotta show it to me. Like, if you're gonna do all this fucking nonsense, show it.
They can't show you the Chamber of Religion. That's prohibited.
No, but like, you know, if you're gonna do the fucking voice over it and like have some dickheads running around like playing Scramble Connect 4, whatever the fuck, like build a Jenga tower, bitch.
You want to see the psychological torture?
Yeah, you're gonna fucking talk.
This joke would be a lot better as a tweet rather than a video.
Yeah, there's any number of ways this would have been better. Like fucking.
I'm gonna tweet this at you in a year, Kelly.
This one was for the draft folder, lady.
This one was wonderful. All right, Lee, do you like ducks?
Fuck.
Do you like ducks?
No.
Do you like queefing, Lee?
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Roll it, knives. It's me queefing on command and twerking.
You want to know what it sounds like? I'm gonna show you.
Well then.
Guys, not a single one of you has put a piece in your Connect 4 box, even though we're clearly engaged in psychological torture right now.
All right, me queefing.
That was something. That was something.
Me queefing on command, then twerking to make it sound like a duck. It's a 30-second talk, and this is the only good part of it. And then just grabs her vagina.
He does it for a really long time.
All right, Lee, what do you say? Was it 6 for 6?
Oh, that was definitely 6 for 6.
That's a bad video.
ridiculous.
That is definitely something I've never seen before, though, Mahoney. So I gotta give you props for that.
Yeah.
All right, Mahoney, do the next 6 get better?
No, they don't. These were the good ones.
Oh.
Next 6 are even worse. There's more from Adult Kelly, though.
I'm Adult Kelly.
No.
This was rough.
You are
This
welcome.
was really rough.
Yeah, so
I'll tell you what, how about a 2-week break?
Oh my god.
Mahoney sent me these, and I prepped them, and I messaged Mahoney back, and I said, "Really ending the year strong, huh?"
Yep.
Oh, those are just horrendous.
See,
Maybe
really not good.
maybe TikTok will be gone by the time we come back.
the problem is we all liked the TikToks too much last week.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yes. We said it was his best TikTok segment ever, and he said,
No, it might have been.
Well, I'll show them
Yeah. Said I'll fix that.
real quick.
So we
Can't
just
have
need
you
to
turn around
constantly
and
neg
enjoy
him.
I can still hear it.
The duck?
Yeah.
It was really long. I'm mostly impressed by her ability to do it for a solid 20 seconds.
It's a lot.
Do you think
Okay.
she's sucking in air with every
gotta-
like
Oh, maybe.
with every kind of shake?
Playing a bagpipe?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, we're gonna have to go to the female portion of the audience. I don't know how that shit works. So, what do you think, ladies? Was that like one big inhale?
If you ever want to make your lady parts sound like a duck, how would you do that?
Yeah. What would you do? Like, I'm just just write me a paper. Hit us up in the Discord. Discord.PanelsOnPages.com. How would you make your vagina sound like a duck?
Kat's
Fuck,
watching the TikToks live, and she didn't like any of them either.
What's the classic, Knives? Jesus, get us out of this.
Well, since this is our top 6 of 2020 episode, I figured
Fucking horrible.
I would go back to the first episode of 2020. So, Popcast episode 498 from January 7th, 2020. We were all so young, had so much to look forward to in the year.
This was 4 years ago.
4 years ago, but a really good one. This is a little longer than usual, but this is the full story of when Lee and Nicole accidentally got a rub and tug.
Oh yeah. yeah. This is a good one. Enjoy this. Back in
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
We didn't do shit for New Year's. It was lovely. We normally have a big party, but things just didn't kind of work out. And by not work out, I mean works out by the complete best it possibly could.
Yeah.
It was ideal. It was fucking wonderful. It was so nice. Just kind of chilling out and hanging out. Trying to get back into the routine of things. The lady's out of town. She's got her new fancy promotion, so she's traveling a lot, at least the first half of this year. But went out.
Is she in Phoenix?
She is in Knoxville.
All right, let's call her up and tell her she's wrong about Gremlins.
Yeah, she knows you're wrong about Gremlins. I gotta send her that video so you can watch that. She's actually listening live for the first time in forever in the chat tonight.
Hell yeah, she is.
Whoa.
Yeah, fucking real special because there's a reason she's listening live. We're gonna get to that in just a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're gonna get to that. We are. She's going out of town. We've been kind of homebound for a little bit. Again, had a real low key kind of holiday break, And so I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's have us a date night, right? We'll go see a movie. We'll we'll get massages. By the way, we saw Uncut Gems. It's a movie. Is that Uncut Gems? It is. They give me a fucking panic attack. Everyone's loud and shouting at each other, and the camera's real tight. It's fucking nuts. I don't know that I liked it, but it was okay. It was good, but I don't know that I liked it.
How was the Sandler?
The Sandler was good.
Played a real, right?
You get the fuck out of here with this crazy Oscar talk. It ain't that good. He's good though. It's fine. But before that, I said, hey, I want to let's go get massages, right? And so I'm calling around, and again, my days have been fucked up for ever, so I'm gonna call, make an appointment for Saturday, thinking it was like Wednesday, when in fact it was Friday. So like everywhere is booked. I'm calling like all the chains and shit, like Massage Envy, they're all booked up. All the names are all booked and shit. So I said, fuck it. I go to the Google Maps and I type in massage and I just call someplace. We're gonna get us in a couples massage, like 2 people. Sure, no problem. $120. Fine, great. We'll go do that. Boom. Said, hey, booked us a massage. She's like, where? I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's a massage. It's gonna be fine. Like, it's fine. Because my lady is a big researcher. She's a big believer in, reviews and making, informed decisions about virtually everything. I'm more of a fuck it, let's see what happens kind of guy.
Yeah, I remember when you guys went to Vegas, she was researching the strip clubs.
Yeah, researched everything. she doesn't fuck around. And then we balance each other out very well that way. And so we roll up and we go inside. And I'm about to tell you the story about the time I accidentally got an Asian massage. Because we accidentally got Asian massages. Looked around, it's just us and these 2 little Asian ladies. And she looks at me, and I look at her. And like normally you go into a place like that, like a massage place, and they're like, "Hey, we got these forms for you to fill out. Fill out these forms, give me an absurdly long medical history. What are you here for? What brings you in? Like, what's the place that you're, all that stuff. Like, she's like, she walks up, she's like, $120. I'm like, okay, we swipe the thing. She goes, you want tip now? I'm like, I guess we'll tip now. She goes, follow me. You go in the back. And she goes, all right, strip and get under towel. Like, a what? She's like, get under towel. I'm like, okay. So she leaves, and Nicole's looking at me with this look in her eyes that says, have you fucking taken me into a rub and tug, you fucking piece of shit? And I'm like, hey, come on, it's good. Like, you know what? Maybe, look, it's fine. Maybe they're just a little rough around the edges. Let's just go with it. Let's just see what happens.
Just go with it.
And so we fucking strip down, leave the undies on, as is tradition. Like, I never go fucking full balls out in a massage. Neither does the lady, Both got our bottoms on, as it were. Lay them on the table. And then comes this duo. And they fucking start putting in work, you guys. At some point, very early on, I feel a knee come up onto the table next to my head. And I'm like, wait, what is this? And then another knee comes up onto the table on the other side of my head. So she's straddling my head, working from my shoulders all the way down to the very bottom of my butt cheeks, fucking rolling down the entire length of my body. And I'm like, this is aggressive. Are they doing this over there too? Like, what is happening? How, oh, you know what? We're going to ride with it. We're going to let this roll. See what happens. She fucking gets up, comes around, takes the towel down, puts some oil on her hands, and fucking yanks my panties down so fucking quick. And I'm like, oh no, what is this? And starts putting in like elbow work, man. She's fucking like kneading my whole damn body like dough, just going cheek to chest, fucking all over the damn place. And you know what? It feels fucking great.
She's rookie panty rip.
Oh yeah, like fucking it was intense. And again, I'm like, is the same thing happening over there?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, it seems like she's being. I was gonna ask if it seems like she's being super aggressive. Does it at least seem like she's an actual like massage therapist and not just some chick just biding her time?
No, legit massage therapist, but just like fucking using some advanced techniques, just getting into it. Like it is a legit good massage. I've never had as much attention paid to my butt for the entirety of my whole fucking life as I did during this hour. Because she's fucking working and needing to move around, like just massaging the hips and the side. And when she moves from the upper body down to the lower body, again, she gets real fucking hard and deep with her motions. Like had I not been wearing the drawers at that point, she would have totally slipped a thumb on my ass, and I would have let her at that point because it was kind of amazing.
Imagine how
let the shit play out.
What if she would have came in and you were laying face up?
Oh man.
Well, then she says,
then
she says, roll over. And I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus. And as I roll over, I look to my right. Nicole is still face down. And the lady that is massaging her is like perched onto her back like a cat, like hands and feet. And she's extending her upper body and like rubbing from her waist up to her shoulders while extending her legs and rubbing from her waist down to her lower body with her knees. Like just like fucking like stretching like a slinky on both sides at the same time, and I'm like, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The core strength alone is very impressive. And then she starts like punching my feet, and I'm like, I'm kind of into this shit too. This is all right.
Take this, big man! Pow, pow, pow!
And the other chick starts punching on Nicole's feet, and it's all done. And again, very silent, because it's all very quick. And they leave. I look over and I said, she looks at me and she goes, holy shit. I go, you got that just fucked hair. Like, look at you. She's like, you got that just fucked hair. I go, that. She's like, Nicole goes, I take it all back. That was the best massage I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, yeah, it fucking was. That was a goddamn adventure what that was.
Ask her what the group rate is. We're coming.
The two of them could massage a group of 4. It'd be fine. It'd be hopping back and forth. It was impressive, is what it was. Not what we were looking for, but sometimes the real massage is inside you all along.
Yep.
Not the massage you wanted, but the massage you deserve.
It was definitely the massage we deserved. So we're gonna go back.
Dude, that's gonna get you. Next
you
time,
got a punch card.
Start face up.
Yeah.
Face up, no undies.
It was real special. Oh yeah, like I said, fucking next time I'm just leaving the doors off. She's like, yeah, we should just leave the doors off. Fuck it. Let's just go in hot. They go, yeah, might as well.
Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic. Punching my feet.
I think it was cute how you were like, we were just feeling a little cooped up. We had a really low-key holiday.
Yeah. But I do remember how awesome that New Year's was. I mean, you do get to do that again, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Remember pre-COVID Lee was like, ugh, I hate doing things. I hate going places. And then COVID happened, and he's like, oh my God, I gotta go everywhere.
Well, no, we had plans. See, the reason that COVID fucked me because I had plans to go places without my children, and that got taken from me, and that's the real problem.
Not only did that get taken from you, but you had to spend more time with your children.
That's just really not fair. They're always here.
Yeah.
Always.
They gave you negative Vegas.
Yeah, not only do you not get to have a week without them, they're literally up your butt for the next 9 months.
They're punching your feet.
She did straight up punch the soles of my fucking feet, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was like that, but the sole of my foot.
Sounds good.
Now imagine she's perched on Nicole's back like a cat, and then she starts making a duck sound.
Man, I gotta go and ruin a beautiful memory. Oh God! All right, let's do our top 6 this week, man. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6. Top 6.
6. I still like 6.
Real quick, before we get into our top 6, I jumped the gun a little bit. You were down to your last couple of weeks to check out our vintage Panels on Pages merch, merch.panelsonpages.com, or just go to the main site at panelsonpages.com, click the merch link at the bottom. All those classic designs will be retired as of January 1st, but don't worry, we got all kinds of new shit coming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Made a new one just today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. When we launched the store, we only showed you like half of what we got.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of shit ready to come out. So yeah, don't think we're taking it away so we can giveth it back. So it's all good. Yeah. So this is the last regular scheduled show of the year. We're packing up the bags right now. We're gonna head up to the PoP cabin for the weekend for next week.
Mm-hmm. We're all gonna take COVID tests first. We're going to quarantine, and it'll be all good. We're gonna spend the holidays up there, away from disease and people not wearing masks.
Yeah, we're gonna watch a movie, and you guys can watch with us.
Yep.
And maybe if you stick around, we'll tell you what the movie is at the end of the show. Ooh. That's right. Keep wanting more. Play working. But this week,
we're gonna watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies
and The Hobbits
and
the extended cuts.
One sitting. Let's go.
And then because it got us hot, we're gonna watch a bunch of giantess porn.
Yep.
It's okay. Look, here's the thing. I know we're doing we got a quality show, you guys. We do a good podcast, but you should probably stop and go check out some giantess videos for a minute, just so you can see what the hell I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth looking at. It's fucking bizarre. We'll be here when you get back. It's fine. So yeah. So this week we're doing top 6 of 2020, and I gotta tell you, it was tough. Until I started thinking about it, and I realized, no, there was some good shit. Most of it happened fairly recently. I feel like I'm ending 2020 pretty strong. But there was a whole big section in the middle where fuck all happened. That was good. Nothing good happened from like April to September. It was so rough. But pulling out my list here. Real quick shout out to Fortnite with the boys. Who would have fucking guessed?
Hell yeah.
Look at you.
Look, I'm still not a huge fan of doing it by myself. It's fine, whatever. But when you can fucking saddle up and ride a boat around the map on the land and just rain death down upon children, it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, when Lee's driving a boat on land in Fortnite, you should definitely wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, you should wear your seatbelt if you're out of the boat, because if not, we're coming for that ass. The only thing keeping you safe running around the map.
Put your seatbelt on. We don't give a fuck. We're coming.
All right, so I was putting all the stuff together, and I thought, okay, great. So, and I had my list done, and I'm like, all right, this is all recent. Like, I need something from earlier on. I'm like, what fucking nothing good happened the early part of this year. Then I said, you know what did happen? Fucking Toy Fair happened, and Toy Fair was fucking great. It was like the last thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, people were wearing masks at Toy Fair, and like that next week, everything else got shut down.
Yeah,
people were busting my balls about wearing a mask on an airplane, and then like, oh, you didn't want to wear a mask on an airplane? Great, no one flies for 4 months.
Yeah.
I remember there was talk. We were talking, like shit. Are we 100% sure we're going to be able to get back?
Yeah.
It'll be okay. It'll be fine. And we got back. It was fine. But I don't know. I don't know if it was just that extra little bit of kind of tension in the air, whatever, that kind of gave Toy Fair really good energy this year. It was fun, man. Toy Fair this year was a fucking blast.
It was a great show this year.
It was a really great show this year. The Hasbro people were really cool. We got an awesome Todd McFarlane story.
Yep.
It was great, man. It was a really good time.
Toddy Mac loves rhinos.
Fucking dinosaurs. Fucking dinosaurs. It was great. So on to the rest of the list. I got way into the NECA Predators this year. Looking over here, I got I don't know, fucking 15. I got a whole bunch of them now. Because we saw the Alpha Predator at Toy Fair, and I'm like, I'm gonna order that. And then it comes in, I'm like, fuck, it's really good. Let's get the jungle one.
Fuck it.
Oh no.
Let's get the City Hunter.
It tapped into that sickness I got in me. You know why I don't drink or do drugs? Look at the Predator shelf. That's why I don't drink or do drugs. I would never stop. That's who the fuck I am. But, Nice and everybody else had a horrible time with their NECA Turtles this year, just trying to get everything taken care of and locked down. And, it can be very hit or miss, and, it doesn't really matter. But, I wasn't really fiending for anyone in particular, so I was able to more casually enjoy amassing my Predators. And, only kind of paid crazy eBay prices for a couple of them. But for the most part, it was a reasonable build, and it was kind of fun. It was nice. It was something new, something new to add to the collection, as it were, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah,
and nothing had broken.
It's really interesting how the NECA lines aren't consistent across the board. Like, Turtles is the one that is just fucked. Like, you can't find them anywhere. The whole shit is fucked. But, like,
it's beyond fucked.
I thought it was going to be the same for, like, those Back to the Future figures. But you can pick one off the shelf at any time right now.
Yeah.
And, like,
they're really good.
Predators are always in good stock, like Gremlins and Aliens. It's just, a
whole bunch of Godzillas are pretty easy to find, but
for whatever reason, they didn't understand the demand for the Turtles and never adjusted for it.
No, they understand. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah, NECA is not on my list. Let me tell you that.
No, they definitely wouldn't have been. Something else on my list. Fucking The Mandalorian is so good, you guys.
It's so good.
It's a good time.
Even with that dummy Cara Dune in it.
Even if that dummy Cara Dune in it, man. But like that fucking premiere episode, I was smiling the entire time. Like it's pure joy, that fucking premiere episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's so great.
Mm-hmm.
And every other episode's good too. Like it's solid, and they're really, throwing a whole bunch of just, hey, want to see something else really fucking cool? Check this out. That's just the theme of this season is, you want to see something really cool? Here you go. It's been wonderful. So much fun. Been great. Did you guys hear that Donald Trump lost the election?
That's on my list.
I mean,
Finally.
I don't know. It's still, January 5th is when they certify those electoral college votes. So I don't know. It's kind of a wait and see thing at this point.
Certify the electoral college votes.
I think it was J-Pop shared a link in Discord today, and it's some Australian betting site that took bets on the presidential election and wasn't paying out because, things were still kind of up in the air. And then this week, once the electors finally voted, this betting site's like, all right, we're going to start paying out for everybody that put their money behind Biden. And the Trump people are pissed. They're like, oh, there's going to be so many lawsuits. You guys should have waited until January 5th. You should have waited until January 20th. When the new president gets...
In my fucking life have I heard anybody... who even knows the dates for these things? Like, this is the first time in my entire life I've ever heard anybody be like, whoa. He's not the president-elect until the electoral college elects him. Like, then you could call him the president-elect. And it's like, this is nonsense.
The thing that blows my mind so much is you're doing this for Donald Trump. You're caping to this level for Donald J. Trump, who doesn't give two shits about you and is easily the worst president we've ever had. And people are just delusional. It's like, I'm glad he's getting voted out, but obviously these people aren't going anywhere.
Nah, that stink's going to hang out for a while.
I do
and
like...
also really cool that even after all the election, all the back and forth nonsense, that really, if you get down to it, a couple hundred people could just fuck us all.
Right.
They could decide, nah, we're going to vote through the other guy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this system? It doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. Yeah. Can't wait to see him go. He's going to be a real whiny bitch for the next probably...
I hope he just disappears. We never hear from him again.
I mean, he may go to jail. he might get locked up, which would be kind of
fine. Wherever he's got to go to disappear, I'm all for it.
I saw a headline from it was talking about his neighbors in Mar-a-Lago are like, don't come back here. Like, you leave the White House. Don't think you're gonna stay here because we don't want you here anymore. I also like that all of the the fraud that happened with the 2020 election that got Joe Biden elected, that has disenfranchised all these Trump voters to the point where they're like, well, I guess I'm just not going to vote anymore. Like, there's a bunch of fucking people in Georgia who are like, well, if we don't know that the election's secure, we're not going to vote in this runoff. Fuck you. It's like, all right, please,
all right, cool.
Be our guest.
So stupid. It's so stupid. So stupid. Yeah. That dumb isn't going anywhere, unfortunately. But he is.
That's the kind of dumb our country was founded on.
That is exactly what it is. Got me a job this year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you did.
It just took the global pandemic and the horrendous behavior of my company that followed it to finally motivate me to do so.
Yeah,
so that's pretty great.
We don't. When you worked at the other place, Penn Island, we heard about your job a lot. But since you've started this new job, we don't hear about it often, and I think it's because it's not soul-crushingly stupid and irritating you every day to where you got to vent.
Really not.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
No, my boss last week was like, hey, I want to do this thing for our SharePoint website. You know how to do JSON coding? And I said, no. It's like, cool, you'll figure it out. I'm like, all right.
Lee's
I'm
like,
gonna go figure it out now.
Lee's like, who the fuck is JSON?
And so you know what? I've been spending the week figuring that shit out. It's been fun.
Great.
It's gonna look really cool when I'm done. It's gonna be great. And then lastly, I bought a goddamn house. And that's been pretty awesome. Still ain't got no couch, though. Ain't got no couch in this house.
There's no couch in this house. There's no couch in this house.
On the bright side, there's no couch that smells like a dog in your house either.
That's true, I guess. But we do have a big-ass TV. I do have a PS5. I got one of those. Which, every day that passes, I'm reminded of what a fucking small miracle that was. Because people are still bitching about that.
How big is that TV?
That TV is 86 inches. Nice.
Yeah, when you told me you had an 86-inch TV, I was like, they make TVs that big? And ever since...
They don't make them any bigger. We looked.
Ever since, I've been like, oh, man, we need a new big-ass TV.
It's fucking dope.
Like, you need to take a picture in front of it so I could see the scale.
Yeah, I need to put something up. Yeah, I need to show it to you because the cool thing about it was that we got Electronics Express and they were basically running all what would have been their Black Friday deals like all month long. So we got it for like $2,000 off the regular price.
Holy shit.
So that was it was an easy get at that point.
Is it bigger than a baby?
It's bigger than a bunch of babies.
Yeah, just take a sack of babies. Still not as big.
How many babies would the Krampus need to have?
It is considerably longer than Jennifer is tall. She laid down next to him and like, it's not even close.
Wow.
To be fair, Jennifer's not a very tall person, but it was
she's not very tall.
No, she's not very tall.
I'd pick her up like a Matchbox car.
like you were your own very giantess video.
Exactly. Put her in my pocket.
But yeah, that's my list. It's been a real shit show of a year, but I do think we're gonna land strong.
You really did end it strongly.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna work out. And I got all my Christmas shopping done. So I wrapped all the ladies' presents the night before. So she came home to presents under the tree. That's pretty exciting.
That's cool. Yeah, I spent like 4 hours wrapping presents last night, and I'm still not even done.
I'm not good at it. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. I wish she didn't make me do it because I would just assume by the pretty boxes, the boxes that have like a print on them, like, hey, we'll do that. And she's like, no, the fuck we won't.
Because then you don't. There's not that visceral like unwrapping. It's just you're just opening a box.
Yeah, it's just less trash too. It's a win-win for everybody, except yeah. I see what side I'm on this one. Okay, I'm all on my own over here. Okay,
I don't know. I'd have to try a Christmas without the sound of wrapping paper echoing through the house to determine if I like it or not.
That's not Christmas.
Yeah, you may be right. You might be right. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm a big enough man to admit that I'm wrong.
Man, fuck grapes.
Nobody likes grapes. Nobody likes grapes. Nobody likes grapes. Nobody likes unwrapping presents. This is the Lee decree.
Really thought someone would have my back on that grapes nonsense. Apparently not so much. Just me on the grapes. All right. Who's on the Discord? Kelly, what's up?
Well, first, we got a quick shout out from Juan. He wanted to let us know that as of this writing, he was 24 days without a cigarette, and that demon he started smoking again 6 years ago has been defeated.
Wow!
So, congratulations, Juan.
Yes.
I'm really happy to hear.
Keep it up, Juan.
Yeah, keep going.
Excellent news. Keep it going.
You might really get under my. You might really get under my fucking skin sometimes, but I'm really proud of you for quitting smoking and keep it up.
There was a really wonderful Juan moment this week where in the fantasy football thread, Juan was asking about how the Kerouac tournament works. Because every year there's confusion about what happens to the last 4 teams in the standings, and then they play in the Kerouac competition, and then one of them is crowned the Kerouac winner. And Juan was confused. Everybody's always confused. And he was like, well, to be fair, I've never been in the running for it before, so I haven't paid attention. And we went back and looked, and he had been in the running for it 5 of the last 6 years. And it's like, you don't have any idea what's going on in your day. You just Mr. Magoo your way through life. Like open manhole covers and swinging crane ladders all around you as you just wander through the city.
Wander.
Wonderful.
All right, then Shark checks in with our first full list. He says, honorable mention, PoP and the population. Y'all have made this year bearable. From sitting in the NICU and venting to just needing to escape for 10 minutes between patients, the Discord has been great. The podcast has always been a consistent for what feels like 10 plus years. So during the summer and the fall of listening to the podcast while gowning myself up to walk into a COVID floor, or listening to Popcast classics while doing charting, or waiting on COVID results. Y'all have been a constant, and it's been greatly appreciated. I look forward to the next time we can all get together in person at a con. I don't think I've seen any of you in person since Mid-Ohio, but you all have been great.
Well, that's
newly added, I may be getting the COVID vaccine this week or next, so that becomes a positive for 2020.
Yeah, and he has definitely earned it.
Yeah.
So I love that. That's a really wonderful sentiment, and I appreciate all those nice things you said. But I want you and everyone else to not listen to this show while handling medical records. I think that's a really bad idea.
No, handle all the records you want. I don't care.
I multitask all day long. You got it.
Yeah.
You're setting the building on fire right now. It's fine.
Listen to the show in the shower.
Yeah, and we determined that you can learn something every popcast. So, he might be struggling with something, and we might be able to crack that code for him.
Yeah, it's true.
I really do appreciate it. It is shocking and horrifying sometimes what Shark posts in the food section on the Discord, but it has given us hours of entertainment. Yeah. So,
all right, now let's
I
get to.
I love Shark's food participation because it always comes from a place of where he's be like, yeah, no, I can see where they're coming from. Peanut butter and jelly on hard-boiled eggs. I can see where they're coming from. It's salty and sweet. And I'm like, that's real gross, though. And he's like, what? You never put scrambled eggs on a piece of jelly toast? And then there's this moment where he's like, no, wait a minute, wait. You guys don't put scrambled eggs on your jelly toast? It's like, no, we don't put scrambled eggs on toast with jelly.
I do love the moment. I've had this moment myself many times on this fucking show. But there's the moment of, oh, fuck, it's me. I'm the weirdo.
It's so weird. Shark is on... he's on two ends of the poles where he either talks about these weird fucking food combinations that he thinks are normal, and then in the other end of things, he's like, "You guys ever tried store brand chips?" A little too spicy for me, but worth a shot.
Yeah, because then he starts to make conclusions. He's like, okay, so you're not putting jelly and eggs on your toast. So, okay. Am I weird for putting peanut butter and jelly on my toast? It's like, no, that's okay. That's normal. Like, peanut butter and jelly on bread is perfectly fine. Eggs and jelly? Kind of weird, dude. It's a real weird combo. It's great. I love it.
It's great.
All right, so now for Shark's actual list. Number 6, I coached my first bowler to the state finals. He finished 63rd in the state. We finished just a week before the COVID shutdown started. So this is my last great memory of the before times. March. Number 5, I was able to finish work on the front of my house and started the process of redoing my office in 2020. Because I wasn't allowed to go anywhere, but it got complicated.
Man, your house looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Number 4, paid off a car.
Hell yeah.
Number 3, my job's being great in the pandemic. Home healthcare said, "What do you need? What do you need to feel safe in your job?" And then they got it for us. I'm lucky to be getting COVID tested twice a week, which makes me feel better. I'm not bringing anything home. The school's job has been great at allowing students or staff to work from home if they need to or want to. It's been great to have flexible jobs in such a crazy time.
Yeah,
amen to
and
that, brother.
you don't get a whole lot of employers being like, "Hey, what can we do for you to get through this?" They're like, fucking, we need somebody on Register 12 right now. You don't have a mask off, fuck it, get out there.
Number 2, cooking in a pandemic. Not counting our differing of opinions in the food channel, I loved relearning to cook this year. I had grown too accustomed to eating out. It's usually healthier and tastier than eating out as well.
All right, so I'm going to need some details on what you have learned to cook. Because if what you have learned to cook is peanut butter and jelly on your eggs, I'm going to throw a red flag on this one.
He relearned his delicacy of tuna fish and meatloaf.
Like one time Juan told me that he had learned how to cook pancakes, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Like those are hard. That's really good." And he's like, "Yeah, no, they're frozen. You put them in the oven." like that's not cooking pancakes. Like, that's not making pancakes. That's just you could just microwave those. Like you don't have to put them in the oven.
Oh, that's tremendous.
And number 1, welcoming our baby girl into the world. A little rough at times with the NICU stay and such, but she's home. We received a grant for her first set of hearing aids to be paid for. Also, fuck insurance for not paying for hearing aids because it's considered cosmetic/elective.
Fucking
That's
ridiculous.
so stupid.
Yeah. We also got her accepted into a school. Yeah. We also got her accepted into a school that starts next month to help her learn and speak like a typical hearing kid. And in 2021, she gets her cochlear implant. So fuck 2020, but she is the best thing that came out of it for us.
Awesome.
Not fucking around. Look at that. Love it. That's great. Hell yeah, man. That's wonderful. Love it. Good stuff.
Imagine going through a regular 2020 like most of us did, and then also have to deal with that shit on top of it.
I can't imagine. No. Yeah. No. Fuck that noise. So yeah, the man's a saint. Shark's a fucking saint. He does have the, eating habits of Willy Wonka on a speed trip. It's fine. All right, next up we got Young Trav in the Discord.
Oh, Young Trav!
Number 6, Mando. Love watching the season. Can't wait for more. Number 5, here we go. Marvel and the Star Wars announcements for next year's. Those announcements are an exciting part of the process. Not quite the same as actually watching the stuff, but the teasers get me pumped nonetheless. Number 4, completed a large project at the beginning of the year that set me down a positive path at work. That included bonuses in the middle of the pandemic lockdowns this summer when budget money was tight. Fuck yeah. Love that. Number 3, the family beach trip with mom, sister, brother-in-law, and nephew. Give me a beach trip anytime, and that's a positive for me. Number 2, Galaxy's Edge. My dad, brother-in-law, and I went to Disney in March, just before the first coronavirus case was reported in the States. They closed the parks 2 weeks later. It was such an amazing experience that I hope to do again someday. Rise of the Resistance was the most amazing ride I've ever been on. The whole thing made the Star Wars fans' life.
Oh my
and
god!
You know what? Galaxy's Edge is fucking dope, you guys. It's really fucking cool.
I miss it.
It's fine.
I miss it, but I don't need to be there right now.
Nah. Yeah. And then number 1, I bought my first house and moved in a month ago. It's a big deal, and I'm learning that it has its ups and downs. I can't help to be proud of where I am today, considering 8 years ago, I was 30 working at Chick-fil-A part-time. Well, then fuck yeah, good for you, man.
Great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah, nothing quite like the moment of, oh yeah, this is great. This is all my problem now. Let's put on my big boy pants and deal with it.
Yep. Sometimes people put a bunch of pork down your drain.
Yeah, I'm basically a plumber now. What you got, Knives?
All right. I do. You talked about how you had a hard time kind of thinking of things, and then a bunch of your shit was later on in the year. I went through my Twitter, from this whole year, so that's why I retweeted a bunch of my tweets, because they're also very good. I have good tweets. But I was able to find a lot of stuff to the point where I've got a handful of shout-outs right here. As far as, like, quarantine viewing, Mary and I watched a lot of Simpsons. We must have watched 25 seasons of Simpsons over the summer.
Jesus.
We watched a bunch of old episodes of Supermarket Sweep on Netflix and then Prime, and then the new Supermarket Sweep with Leslie Jones hit, so that's great. We love that. And then a show I always I wasn't super into it, and I wasn't interested, but started watching Bob's Burgers with Mary, and I really love it. Like, it fills my heart with joy. And that's one of those shows where now we watch the new episode every week when it comes out on Hulu.
Yeah, like Bob's Burgers is rarely like laugh out loud funny, but it's always really clever and like, I don't know, I do like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's comforting.
Yeah. As far as biding the time during COVID, one thing that always gave me a lot of visceral joy is the Twitter account Gripping Food with Force.
Oh God!
One of my favorite things to come out this year, where it's just photos of people holding a piece of food, and then the next photo is them gripping it with force, and it's squirting everywhere, and it's just really something cool to pass the time and keep your mind off of things.
There was a bit where I thought that was your account.
I fucking wish. I fucking wish. Like, I've got some good alt Twitter accounts, but none of them quite as good as Gripping Food with Force. Going back to Young Trav's list, we might have been at Disney the same weekend, the 2 weeks before everything got shut down. One of my other shout-outs is Star Wars Rise of the Resistance and Mickey's Runaway Railway. We hit both of those rides for the first time, and it was our last trip to Disney in 2020, and they were both phenomenal. Like, shit you have never seen before in a theme park ride in both of those. And if we never go back to Disney, like, what a way to end it, with that day and hitting both of those rides. And then we've been playing a lot of Fall Guys. It almost made my list, but I got some really good shit in my top 6. But I definitely wanted to shout out Fall Guys. They started the new season today, it's holiday themed, and they got a bunch of new events, and it's fucking wild, you guys.
I gotta get on Fall Guys.
I hope it comes to Switch, because that'll be so much easier for everyone to pick it up and play, and hopefully play online and all that. And then my last of my shout-outs, started the year with not only gearing up for Toy Fair, doing PoP stuff, but also we were in the process of buying a house.
Yep.
Fucking do Toy Fair, get back, move, do all that shit, and then I end up stressing myself out to the point where I end up in the ER. I assume.
Oh my god, that was this year.
I assume.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that feels so long ago.
I don't know if it is the exact reason, but I had so much shit going on at the time, and I was so stressed out, and then I end up in the ER, and I got like a little week vacation, and then I get out of the hospital, and a week later everything shuts down, and it's kind of like, that's cool. Like, I obviously needed to slow down and chill the fuck out, and having a moment like being sent to the ER, staying there for a week, and then the entire world shutting down for an entire year makes you kind of take stock and chill out a little bit, and not get so worked up and not so stressed, and not have 9 different things going on at once. So a blessing in disguise, even though it was kind of touch and go there for a while. I'm not saying I was about to die, but it was a little scary, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
You spent a week in the ER. Like, that's no joke.
Remember all those pictures of all that cool ass food I sent you guys? Pureed pancakes. All right.
You're like, oh man, the boobs were on the TV again.
Oh yeah, the fucking breastfeeding channel. Holy shit. They should have got the
He's
chick.
like, my favorite show's on.
Yeah, they should have got that chick from the turnaround video. My number 6, and you'll understand why all my shout outs didn't make it onto my top 6 when you see my number 6, because it's so fucking good. We had to look far and hard for moments of joy in 2020, and I don't remember a time of feeling better and more joy that night that it was reported that Trump got COVID.
Oh yeah,
like
cool.
That was the Super Bowl of Schadenfreude. That day, that night where it was announced he got COVID, into the next day, and then the next couple days after that was some real good shit, you guys. So yeah,
that was a wonderful.
That is my number 6 with a bullet.
Remember when he did that little thing where he just stood on the balcony like, I'm here?
Yeah.
It was clearly obvious. He was in a ton of pain. That was awesome.
Yeah. My number 5, going back to quarantine viewing, you guys aren't going to like it, but you have to accept it. My number 5, Hoarding Buried Alive.
There it is.
Or do I accept it?
You have to, because, like...
He's like... Hey, this good one's the one where they find the mummified cat behind the couch. That's the best episode.
Oh my god. I'm going to have to go back and do a rewatch at some point, and it's going to bring me back.
No, you don't. I think you got it.
Loved it. It really kept my spirits up. And also helped me get the house in order, because every time I would watch an episode, I would feel gross and dirty, and I would want to clean. So... You know, we had just moved in. We still had a bunch of fucking boxes around the house, so it kind of helped get things straightened out. My number 4 is a twofer. The Last Dance documentary on ESPN about the 90s Bulls, and the whole NBA bubble with the playoffs. Like that May, June, July of nothing but basketball content was so cool. Really kept my mind off things. But then even then, it didn't keep your mind off of things, because Jacob Blake got shot in the fucking back in Wisconsin, and then the Milwaukee Bucks, sat out that game, and the discussion about racial injustice came into the NBA, and then, it was a whole big thing, and it ended up to where the NBA opened a bunch of their arenas for early voting and voting locations, and who knows how much of a difference that made in the end, but Trump might not be president. We still got to wait until January 5th to see
clearly,
when they vote on it, but all that. But some really good stuff, some real awesome basketball, and the way it was presented, and the fact that they did the entire NBA bubble and didn't get in a single positive COVID test is astounding. Especially when you look at the fucking NFL the past 4 months.
They definitely did it right. And it's really shocking to me to see how well the NBA did it and then how poorly everyone else did. Like, they had an example.
Yeah.
Like, you had the perfect example right in front of your face of how to have a professional sports season. And then the NFL, the MLB, everybody was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. The NHL did good.
Yeah, the NHL does not get enough credit because they did a bubble as well.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, Ring of Honor, the wrestling company, is doing all of the NBA protocols for their shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's been working for them. They've had people that they weren't allowed on the shows because they tested positive beforehand.
AEW and WWE were kind of filthy with positive COVID tests for a while there.
Yeah.
You know, WWE more than AEW, but AEW had to change their plans a couple times.
Yeah.
My number 3, Lee, you talked about that premiere episode of The Mandalorian.
Goddamn right.
How you just smiled through the whole thing. I said it, and I said it kind of half joking. But that premiere episode, that Mos Pelgo episode, might be my favorite Star Wars thing I've ever seen.
It's great. It's perfect.
It's really good, and it inspired me to do that Deadwood mashup. It inspired me to do the My Buddy commercial, and it's just been really good ever since. And yeah, Mandalorian, my number 3. My number 2 is also a combo. It seemed like we had been pushing this for a few years, and we finally pulled the trigger on the PoP relaunch late this year because Lee was switching jobs, and he's like, I got a couple weeks left at this job. I ain't gonna do shit. Let's fucking get this PoP relaunch going. And it looks great. We've been kind of hitting on all cylinders since before the relaunch, but I feel like we're in a really good spot. Everything looks great, sounds great. Everybody's doing a good job. We got some great listeners, great people in the Discord. It's all good. The fucking merch store is really cool and something we've been talking about for a long while. Before the actual relaunch, though, on a whim, we decided to do a PoP Fantasy Football podcast, and that has been super cool and has really focused my fantasy IQ for this season, because not only am I thinking about the show, but I'm watching more football, and I'm digesting more info, and I want to win, and I also want to be knowledgeable for the show. So it's all benefited from that. And if you have not been listening to it, I highly suggest you do. Even if football is not your thing, it's still me, Tito, Mahoney, and Jose bullshitting for an hour and 15 minutes every week.
Like, we're still your thing, right?
Yeah. Like, you don't need to know who Lamar Jackson is. You don't need to know who Baker Mayfield is. You just need to know who we are and that we're fucking cool and we say funny things.
There was somebody today, some famous person on Twitter, their tweet was trending, and they were like, I just need a podcast that sounds like a bunch of friends just hanging out talking to each other. And I was like, oh, do I have the podcast for you?
And then my number 1, a few people have had this on their list, but me and Mary, we bought our first house together this year, early in the year. And
there have been a lot of houses this year.
Yeah. But we could not have bought a house and moved into a new house at a better time, because COVID happened, and it's like, okay, stay in your house all year. And it's like, all right. Sure, why not? We just bought this thing. Why not get our money's worth out of it? And, almost immediately, Mary started working from home. And that's never been something that we've had to deal with before, but it's been great. Like, you would think that we would be at each other's throats, but it has improved both of our lives dramatically. She doesn't have to commute anymore. We get to have lunch together. We've spent so much more time together now that she's working from home. We're both much more happy, even though COVID and just everything about 2020 is depressing, and we all end up in dark places. Because we're in this together, like, it's improved things tenfold. So Even though the year's been shit, a lot of real positive things have come out of it, and I think we're all going to be stronger because of it.
I think that's something that people aren't talking enough about. Maybe because we're still in it.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think that, maybe collectively as a people, it may come out a little hardier, perhaps. We'll see. That's a positive outlook. Nice. It's solid, sir. Very good. Dig it. All right, what's we got on the Discord, Mahoney?
All right, next we got Vetter. You guys aren't ready for this one. Discovered several nice restaurants, including a really great pizza joint not too far from our town. They have a pickle pizza that is amazing.
Hey,
all right.
No bullshit, but I sent you guys pictures of that Cuban sandwich pizza.
It looked pretty good.
It was very good. Like I had said to you guys, the mustard should have been under the cheese. There was no sauce under the cheese, so I'm just getting yellow mustard in my mustache the entire time.
Yeah.
But
I saw that picture, and my first thought was, I don't like the execution of that mustard. They gotta figure something out.
All the ingredients were great, and I gotta say, I really like pickle as a pizza topping.
All right, well, there we go.
Like, not just give me a pickle pizza.
Oh, you're getting a pickle pizza.
You signed up for it already.
Just
You're
whole,
getting
like, sweet gherkins just dropped on pizza.
Yeah, we signed you up
yeah.
for a pickle pizza subscription box.
Yeah, of the month.
Yeah, pickle pizza of the month, yeah.
Love it. All right, Vetter's number 5 is that his job really wasn't affected by COVID. He had his best year financially to date, which means, number 4, he was able to grow his wrestling and G.I. Joe collections a lot this year.
Yeah.
As well as several other items that he has zero need for.
Those are the best.
Dude, we didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything, so like all of our vacation and shit got, fucked over. But bottom line means we had some more disposable income. It's like, God, I bought a lot of dumb shit this year.
Yeah. There was a while there where there'd be a package showing up at the house every day.
Yeah.
I didn't put NECA on my top 6 because fuck them. God damn it, Randy. But
Fuck you, Randy.
I do have to shout out
You old bitch.
the Discord, the toy section. We've all been watching each other's backs, and I wouldn't have my Casey Jones and Raphael if it weren't for Shark. Everybody, fucking my musical mutagen if not for Kelly. Like, we're all keeping eyes out for each other, and it's super cool. Speaking of, the animated Krang and Splinter Baxter Stockman 2-packers out there, so keep an eye out for your boy.
On it.
Good.
Randy, you little bitch.
Keep your eyes out.
Fucking Randy.
Somebody say a little bitch.
All right. Vetter's number 3. We started planning out a custom home to have built later.
Whoa.
In the plans are some built-in shelving and lighting for the above collection. It's still a couple years away, but I'm pretty excited for it now.
Nice.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's a baller move.
But get with the program, Vetter. We're all buying houses this year. Come on.
Well,
I bet you Vetter has his shelves built up before you do not.
Oh my god.
Ouch. He pre-ordered his house.
I told Mary, after the first of the year, we're going full on with this pizza wall room because Lee keeps shelf shaming me, and she's like, "Yep, you're right. You're right. We gotta go for it."
I went out and bought shit and built another shelf. 3 more shelves.
My. Guys, I don't want
Johnny No shelf over here.
Shelves arrived here, and I'm sure I will have to hang them shortly, so.
I'll help you out.
No, you got your own shit to deal with. Number 2, AEW on the rise. I feel that the pandemic has really hurt wrestling and sports in terms of production value by not having live crowds, but AEW has been really growing by leaps and bounds this past year. Competition can only make wrestling better as a whole.
Might have been in my top 6, but fuck Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Sticking to your guns.
Well, it was the Chris Jericho thing, and then you just kind of look around and it's like, oh, like everyone, like this isn't WWE, but everyone's still a piece of shit, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's just life.
Like, do you guys realize how many QAnon people are in wrestling?
Oh, it's a lot.
That's a lot. I know you know,
One
Kelly.
just sold me a house.
Yeah, that's the thing. You realize how many QAnon people are just out in the world?
They're just out there, and their vote matters the same as yours. Crazy.
Terrible. Terrible. All right, number 1, in January, they were granted full legal guardianship of their 2 girls. And in October, they started the adoption process. And they're hoping to start off next year with even better news.
Nice.
Well, hell yeah.
Which is really cool. I feel like I vaguely remember a mention of that, but totally forgot about it until this top 6. So that's awesome.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Don't raise them to eat weird shit, Vetter. You can stop the cycle.
Brownie and orange juice.
Don't soak your brownies in orange juice. Just let them eat the brownie and drink the orange juice on a separate time later in the day, not with the brownie. Separate. Orange juice with breakfast. The brownie, I don't know, lunch, snack time maybe. 2 separate meals.
I feel like if you're going to pair a beverage with a brownie, it should be milk or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only right answer.
If it's not milk, you eat that thing dry.
Yeah.
If your brownie is dry, you can't just pour orange juice on it to make it soft. It just doesn't work.
What we got next in the Discord, Nice?
All right. Kristen checks in. Love a Kristen top 6. Shout out to Birds of Prey. Yeah. I just recently rewatched that on HBO Max, and that shit
Very
is
good.
hot fire.
Very good.
She also discovered the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Also good.
And shout out to season 2 of The Boys. Also very good. Yeah. Negative shout out to drains, snow, and trees. She's been having a hard time lately.
Fuck trees. She's right.
The fucking tree in front of our house finally stopped shitting acorns all over our yard, so that's cool. Ugh. Every fucking 2 days I would have to go out there and sweep up goddamn acorns. To her list proper, number 6, grilling. We grilled a bunch this summer, and it was lovely.
Hell yeah.
Number 5, dyeing my hair. After years and years of wanting to, I finally went from red to black.
That's great.
Nice brunette. 4, going out to...
That's not brunette.
No, it's not.
What? Black is not brunette?
No.
I thought
brown is a brunette.
I thought brunette encompassed all dark hair, brown and black.
I
thought it was just brown.
No, it says brunette, a person, typically a woman, with dark brown hair.
So then what do you call him, a blackhead?
It'd be like, what is it? What is it, raven haired? What is it, like raven?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man.
You just call him a black and say, just that's it. You're good.
Yikes.
The blacks.
Wow.
Black.
Wow. My entire worldview.
The term brunette is the feminine form of the French word brunet, which is a diminutive form of brun, meaning brown.
Wow.
So
Jesus. Like a fucking Captain Etymology over here.
My mind is fucking blown, you guys.
Fucking Danny Etymology over here just dropping signs.
So, I guess nice blackhead. There you go. Number 4, going out to hiking, walking trails. We went to a lot of new places this year that we otherwise may have never even tried out. And it's a great way to social distance and avoid other people. Man, that's like the dream these days, is avoiding other people.
Right. All right. The hiking is wonderful. But back to the hair. In Ireland,
they just
people with black hair are known as the Black Irish.
Okay.
Oh.
So there you go, nice.
Wow.
You just refer to anybody you see with black hair as Black Irish.
There is no specific and separate term for someone with black hair. Noirette.
Black Irish.
Noiret. Wow.
Yeah, he just fucking told you. Black Irish.
Wow.
Black Irish is my favorite villain from Superman.
Yeah, but that only works if you're Irish.
Who isn't? Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we're all Irish on the inside.
All of my dad's family all have jet black fucking hair.
Black Irish.
All over their body. Yeah, they're Black Irish for sure.
There you go.
Irish as fuck. Number 3, expanding my baking and cooking. I've gone through 2 25-pound bags of flour since March. I improved my pizza dough and tried my hand at burger and hot dog buns, cakes, tortillas, pretzels, and a variety of bread. And yes, baking rules, especially when you don't have to do any of it and your wife does most of it, and the house just smells like freshly baked bread on the regular. Highly recommend. Also, eating it is fun. That's just my commentary. All right. Number 2.
We're all still thinking about the hair.
I mean, I'm still thinking about it too. Like, I'm damn near 40. And I thought if you had black hair, you fell under the heading of brunette. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm saying I was.
That's fine. I mean, we know we're not wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Podcast. Yeah.
Number 2.
Guys, we fucking got him. He's gonna believe that for the rest of his life.
It's like when Juan told you guys that Trini died.
Oh, the absolute dunce.
Big loser energy. Number 2, Kristen continues. Thanks to my surgery last November, this is the first year where I haven't dealt with excruciating pain on the reg. It's pretty great. Who would have guessed?
That's awesome.
And then number 1, getting to spend more time with my no-names.
Love it.
Wow.
Got him.
I know. We blew your mind.
I was gonna let it hang.
How do we react to anything when we're all just still thinking about knives, thinking black hair falls under brunette?
Remember the first time I heard the word brunette? It was in Total Recall.
What?
And Lee thought it meant 3 boobs.
No, when they're building Quaid's fantasy, they're like, "You want blonde, brunette, red?" He's like, "Brunette," and the brown haired chick comes up, and I go, "I don't know what that word means." So I'm like, 5.
And see, it's weird because her hair is black in that movie.
Or is it just really dark brown? Nice.
I mean, she's Hispanic, so.
What are you trying to say?
I mean, traditionally. Am I wrong on this one too?
Grapes.
You mean you don't have a bunch of blonde Dominican friends? Hey man, you do you. I'm just saying.
Tried to find the scene, but I can't find it.
What do you got, Kelly?
Don't save him. Leave it all hanging in awkward silence.
I was just kind of enjoying when Lee did the Seinfeld music for a second.
Yes.
Number 6, Ultraman Z. This is the first year that Subaraya is uploading official subtitles for the Ultraman series as it airs. And they're putting it up on YouTube, so it's real easy to watch. And I'm greatly enjoying the series, and I hope they keep continuing to sub their stuff.
I mean, fucking why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be doing pretty well in the viewership totals and stuff. I saw it's the number Ultraman Z was the number 6 search term in Japan in 2020.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah.
God, that's a lot. Jesus.
Yeah. Also on YouTube is number 5, the Dark Order bits from Being the Elite. The
Really
Dark
good
Order
stuff.
was a shining light
Yeah.
in Being the Elite this year.
Sticky steps.
Yep.
You got me. Yeah, it didn't me want to get on board, but it's very funny.
Yeah, no, they're all great, and pretty much those are the only bits I watch. John Silver is a treasure.
Yeah, he is, but I worry that he's he's got to have something that makes him an asshole.
Not everyone's terrible, Nice.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't trust him.
Number 4, we'll go with my 2 favorite video games of the year, which are Animal Crossing, the perfect video game for 2020, which is pretty much just a going outside simulator, and Yakuza, which is a Japan simulator. So the 2 things I need most in life right now.
Yeah.
I got that new Yakuza, the Like a Dragon Birth.
Hell yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelly tweeted it out. It was like damn near half off, and there's a free PS5 upgrade when it comes out next year. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll get it. It was the fancy steelbook, which I kind of liked.
Yeah, the steelbook's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the special edition expansion pack, Yakuza Imagine Dragons.
Can you play as adult Kelly in that game?
Yeah. You play as adult Kelly, and you have to play Radioactive.
I'm adult Kelly.
And you're adult Kelly now. Oh no.
I'll be adult Kelly then.
I'm not adult Kelly.
Oh, you're gonna be adult Kelly.
I'd like to go on the record. I think I know Nice's fantasy football team name though.
Number 3, Toy Fair. That was the last fun thing we did.
Yeah.
The last fun thing.
And then the
Shortly after that, they took all the videos off of Pornhub.
Yeah. And then the world just closed. And it was like, hey, man, that's wild. We were in New York, and everything's just a war zone there right now.
Yeah, last week they had a giant NBA Jam machine. This week, nothing.
No, it wasn't nothing. It was set up to be hospital beds.
Oh, that's right. God. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was all toys and giant NBA Jams and pinball machines and hoverboards. And it's like, no. Death camp.
Yeah. Number 2, the big-ass Gamera box set from Arrow Video.
There you go.
Getting that and watching all those movies really kind of rekindled my love of giant monster movies. So yeah, I'm definitely glad I picked that up. It was on a whim, but probably my favorite DVD set that I've ever owned.
I looked. I was going to get it for myself because you spoke so highly of it, but it apparently had sold out and was real expensive on the secondary market. So I'm like, oh
yeah,
never mind.
Yeah, that was one where I was like, I kind of just lucked into having one of the most expensive Gamera collectibles.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm good. I'll wait.
And then my number 1, I'm going with Goku Shifudo, the Way of the House Husband live-action series. One of the very few things that could always put a smile on my face this late in the year when everything's getting real shitty, you guys. Just the world is a terrible place.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go home Monday night after work, watch the new episode, see what hijinks Tatsu's getting up to. The series wrapped up this past week, and that makes me very sad. But I will definitely end up revisiting all 10 episodes, which you can find yourself through Blitz fan subs. And I highly recommend it. It's a very fun show.
I believe there's an anime coming as well.
There is. And I hope it's just as good. Because I like the live action show added a lot that's not in the manga, but it all worked. Like, I really liked what they did. They added a bunch of characters. They gave him a stepdaughter. Like, all the stuff really, really worked. They fleshed out things well, and it was just a really fun show. And all the actors were perfect. Like, the dude that played Tatsu, just spot on for scary Yakuza guy that just really likes making nice pastries.
Yeah, I got to get on that one.
Yeah, it's well worth your time.
Right now, I'm gonna get on that one. I'm gonna take care of it right. We're talking about it.
That's our show.
Wait, don't forget. Oh, I'm gonna download it now, though I don't forget. Solid. What's next on the Discord, Mahoney?
All right, next up we've got Mary Nyes checking in with Fall Guys. It's one of the few video games that Nice and I play together, and the only one where we're not competing against each other. It's great.
Yeah.
I am so interested in Fall Guys, but it's not on the Switch, and I have a PS3, but I don't even think it works. Like, that thing's dead.
Yeah, you can't Fall Guys on a PS3.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on with Fall Guys.
Yeah.
It's we do pass the pad where, you know, it's little short rounds, and if you get eliminated, you're fucked. You're done. So it's a very easy game to play past the pad with, and we do that, and we cheer each other on. And it's one of those games where it is very cute. The music's great. The character design is very cool, but you will curse at it. You will say the F word out loud with the windows open. You will call a stranger an incel. It's just what happens.
You know, what are you going to do? Can't be avoided. All right, Mary's number 5. Before Disney shut down, we got to ride Ride of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I heard was a wonderful time.
Yep.
Number 4, all of the gardening and houseplants I've been growing. I have a tiny jungle in my office that I love. Mary's garden is really
so many plants.
Yeah. She's very good at it. She seems to love it, and it gets oxygen circulating in the house, so I'm all for it.
It's super impressive.
She is. It's interesting. I love my damn wife, and she makes all the money in the family, especially currently. And you know, I'm buying bullshit all the time, and then whenever she spends money on herself, she's very sheepish about it, and she's like, I bought myself another plant. I'm like, good! Buy yourself 12 plants!
Yeah.
Fuck it!
Deserve all the plants. You look like a rainforest.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, having space and time for cooking and baking. Going from a tiny condo kitchen to a large kitchen with plenty of space has been amazing.
Yeah, it's dope.
Kristen talked about her baking. Kristen always has some really great-looking food. Mary always has some great-looking food.
Yeah, she does.
Like, between Kristen and Mary's pictures of foods, it's hard. It's hard to see delicious food and not get to eat it.
She can do that sourdough bread with her eyes closed these days. And then she does pretzel bites, which are amazing. She's been doing those macarons, which are fucking mind-blowing.
Those sound so good, too.
Really,
they look professional.
Yeah, really looking forward to some more macarons around Christmas time. Yeah, so she fucking did those macarons to look like the Mandalorian Baby Yoda macarons. And then we saw that fucking Williams Sonoma was selling like a 10-pack of macarons for $50. I'm like, all right, let's make some fucking money.
Wait, is it not macaroons?
They're two different kind of cookies, Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Macaroons are the ones that are coconut, like the little balls of coconut. Macarons are like little almond flour sandwich cookies.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, working from home and having so much extra time without a commute.
I wish I would have read her list.
I'll give you a hint about what number 1 is.
I can see it.
Nice laying all that pipe.
Show me a laying pipe.
Not laying pipe. Yeah, wrong. It's not laying pipe. It is buying a house. It's been great to have the house as a project to work on over the past year as we have been making it our own.
Your
house is gorgeous.
Oh,
your house is fucking gorgeous. The pictures you post of the outside of your house, gorgeous. The inside of your house, gorgeous. Like, it makes me feel bad about you post like the wall in your living room with all like the fancy painting and the frames and everything, and I'm like, I have like a frame, not really all that centered, just kind of hanging above like one side table. Like,
Mahoney, you got that lawn.
Yeah. And the past week, like half of our lawn died, so don't feel so bad.
Let's take the inside of your house and the outside of my house, and let's push the tips of their dicks together.
All right.
Oh, give them that big deck.
You need to get yourself some more frames, Mahoney. And then this is what you want to do. You want to hang them on the wall about an inch from the ceiling.
Not an inch. That's too low. I need them to touch the ceiling.
Don't put any space in between any of the frames either. They need to be butted right up against one another. And then if you can, put a detolf right in front of a window.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
How many
It's a waste. It's a waste
of me holding a Band-Aid are you going to put up?
Remember when I told you I hung one at work?
Yeah, and I'm really upset that you didn't.
Yeah, I was bummed too when I found out you didn't actually do that.
That was wonderful.
It's like
Shout out to me and my Photoshop skills.
It's like how bummed I'm gonna be when I find out that you guys totally trolled me about the word brunette.
Yeah. I think it's only brown hair.
Yeah.
Dummy. All right. Oh yeah, that was it. No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all, Amiri. We got to number 1.
Solid list.
Solid list. It's so nice we heard it twice.
Everyone's thinking this year. Sheila writes in number 6, ringing in the new year at midnight showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show. I had never seen the movie before and had a very lively crowd. It was super fun.
That's a wild experience seeing Rocky Horror Picture Show the first time with a live crowd.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be pretty fun to do that. It would be either really fun or just fucking unbearable. Nowhere in the middle. Probably be cool. Number 5, getting drunk on mead at a Renaissance festival before the lockdown.
Oh, hell yeah.
Number 4, winning my first game of Warzone. Major accomplishment.
Nice. You should get Jose's gamer tag.
You're telling me. Number 3, got the call at the end of February for a new job I wanted, and because of COVID, I didn't start until June, but it was worth it. Easier job with a better schedule and a bit more money.
Nice.
Always good.
Look at all this growth within our group. Look at that shit. Love it. Number 2, lucky to have a job that wasn't cut or laid off during the pandemic. Very true. And number 1, being able to save money this year, so hopefully bigger things will come in 2021. See? That's definitely a strategy, right? Like if you find yourself in a situation where you're not traveling, not doing a whole lot of stuff, you could, save your money and, kind of nest some shit away for 2021, or you could buy like 20 Predators. No fucking reason at all. I mean, it's just how you want to do it. It's fine, I guess.
What do you mean no reason at all? The reason is you want Predators.
Just chasing that plastic dragon.
This is where we find out he doesn't even like them. He's like, I don't actually enjoy the Predators or the Predator movies or anything about the Predators, but I need to have them.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you there's no level of compulsion to the shit that I do. I mean, come on. I'm a sick person, and I know this to be true. What you got, Mahoney? I think you haven't gone yet.
Tell you that you get certain badges if you watch a certain number of TikToks.
I don't know about that.
My list has a little bit of crossover from our top 6 things that we hope don't change about 2020, but to be expected.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a shout out to leggings, because leggings is a wonderful part of 2020. My wife has been wearing them basically exclusively, and it's great.
Yes.
Solid.
A wonderful addition.
If you were on the leggings aren't pants train before 2020, you better have changed your mind this year.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have had a lot of options. You better change your mind.
That's right.
Otherwise, we're just so sad and salty.
I wore pants for the first time in months the other day because it was cold out. With a belt.
Whoa.
You know what? You know what's wild though? Still fit.
Nice.
See, I wear jeans and a belt every day.
Why? What?
I just do.
If I don't have to, no.
Every day.
Why? Who hurt you?
Nah, it's just a thing. I like a good pair of comfortable jeans.
When he was young, his mom made him wear jeans constantly and put grapes in the pockets. And she said, "Just wait. Eventually, there'll be raisins, and then you can have a snack."
Lee, give me some of your grapes.
He'd be like, "No, I need to wait until they're raisins, and then they're mine."
Oh my god! That would happen?
Jeez.
Is this
Yes,
real?
that's exactly what. Yeah, that's all real.
Sounds real.
Amazing.
I believe it.
It's
Lee,
fucking real
I'm sorry
enough.
to have to. I'm sorry. No kid deserves to have to eat his own pocket raisins.
They were just pocket grapes. They never became pocket raisins.
It's awful. I'm sorry that happened.
The grapes are a lie.
Anyways, my number 6 is working from home has been really great. My company in general has been really great. Working from home has been great. They've been really flexible about when we work and how we work, and it's been awesome. They didn't do the typical like Christmas party that they normally do, which I have never gone to in my 15 years with the company. And so this year they brought John Legend in, who did like a private concert for us. So like today I got an email that was like, click here to watch our private John Legend Christmas concert. I was like, what? Like, so it's wild.
This one's going out to you, Mahoney.
Like, why? I mean, I didn't get a name drop, but it's basically like, it's crazy. So
did you get John Legend to tell me not to eat Band-Aids?
I could have.
This is John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Kelly, stop eating Band-Aids.
Kelly, what the fuck's the matter with you? You're not going to heal anything on the inside. My brother-in-law found out that we were buying you cameos of people telling you to stop eating Band-Aids. He was like, what the fuck? Oh, don't worry, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. Lisa's telling him all about Lisa's telling him about the busty chick, and then she's like, how do I explain the dark-skinned warrior guy? Well, he sounds Nigerian, but he's not Nigerian. But like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. It's a me.
Yeah. So yeah, work's been great. Working from home is wonderful. I hope I never go back to the office.
Hell
I
yeah.
work from home forever. I have my sweet setup with my standing desk that goes up and down automatically. I've got Katie's desk set up right next to me so that she can come in. She doesn't come in often. She prefers to be in with Lisa, but she'll come in every once in a while and do her schoolwork in there with me, and that's really cool.
Yeah, that part's terrible.
Like, well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like your workday and my workday are very different. My workday is very flexible, so it works out for me. It's okay. But it's a good time. And along those same lines, my kids, like, before the pandemic, my kids, like, existed in the same house, but, like, a lot of it was separate. Like, a lot of it was like, oh, Katie's got to go to dance, and like Will's got to do this other thing, and like everything was just kind of its own little thing. And they like, you know, like they were cordial, like they would talk to each other. They knew they were like related to each other, but they like barely ever did anything together. And now they are like best buds. Like they cannot wait for the other one to wake up. Like they'll sit and play Roblox or Minecraft or Among Us like all day long, and like Katie will sit down next to him and read him whatever like cutscenes are on the screen because he can't read. He's only 4. Like, so it's great. Like, it's really cool to see them like be friendly like that.
Lovely.
It's really nice. And then for myself, like the pandemic started and I, you know, did not adjust to that well at all because it was a whole disaster, and like put on a bunch of weight. And then like a while back, a couple years back, I lost like a ton of weight, and everybody would be like, how did you lose so much weight? And I'd be like, oh, I just like started to like make better decisions about like, instead of eating chips, I would eat like something that's like better for you than chips. And like that was, I believed that at the time, and that was like that was directionally accurate. But no, like what I really did was I was like, I am not going to like cope with my emotions by eating, is like how I actually lost that weight. And so then when the pandemic and everything rolled back around and other hardships started coming through, I was like, maybe I should cope with these emotions by just eating a bunch of shit food. And
Dude,
so like
I gained so much fucking weight during the pandemic. I know exactly, and that's how I did it.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
got
how.
absolutely nothing to do with like, oh, I just decided to like eat. No, it's like I decided that when I'm sad, I won't go eat a sleeve of Oreos. Like, that's what I decided. That's the difference.
You know how awesome it is to have 8 different kinds of chips delivered to your house?
Yeah. See, so like I don't buy toys for myself anymore. I buy toys for my kids, and I don't buy food for myself anymore. I buy food for all of you, and that's why there's just baskets of food showing up at your doors all the time. It's like, I need chips. Tell me if they're good.
He's got that fetish where he slowly inflates us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahoney's a feeder.
Yep.
I mean, you can like burn it off after. That's fine. I don't need you to inflate. I just like buying you things and feeding you. It's ingrained in my DNA.
I'll take it.
But yeah, so I reached a point like maybe midway through 2020 where I recognized how I was sabotaging and I fixed it and I'm feeling better. I had a full-on fucking emotional breakdown and like went through some shit to come out to the other side, but at least I came out to that other side.
That's nice.
Nice.
So it was a good time. Number 3, Stars. We joke a lot about Stars, but Stars really was a fun time. Like, Stars had some real, like we talked about True Blood or like Riverdale is like, oh, this is stupid, but it's fun. Like, Stars, the entire thing is stupid but fun. Like, it's really a good time. I greatly enjoyed my time watching everything on Stars. So much so that just a month ago, they were like, you want 6 more months? And I was like, you know it. I sure do. Like, if you charge me $25 for 6 months, I'll keep Stars forever.
Yeah, that's not a lot, but that's really cheap.
Yeah, $25 for 6 months? Like, I spent $25 on the Joker skin in Fortnite the other day. Which, shout out to Fortnite. Fortnite wasn't a 2020 thing for me, but it's really been a help with 2020. Like, it's a nice way to just kind of zone out and forget about the world and take your aggression out on small children who just want to have fun playing a video game.
Murdering children.
They're like, Mom, he's sniping me from across the map again.
These guys just
playing it right. He's not building anything.
These guys just stood around while I burned to death.
That's right. The Marvel season of Fortnite was great. All of you getting interested in Fortnite was great. Like, it's been a wonderful
The
time.
Marvel
So
stuff
shout
was
out.
pretty cool.
Yeah. My number 2 is my pool and my deck, because I know that having a pool can be a hassle and it's a whole big thing, but my pool is pretty much like not that much work, and the deck that accompanies it is magnificent.
Yeah, it is.
And in 2020 it was nice to have, and in later years when other people can come over and hang out on it, it's going to be really, really awesome. So
Big deck, Dan.
that's right. I love it, and I can't wait until all of you are on it. And there's plenty of room for everybody, so it's going to be a nice time.
Not you.
And my number 1, when I wasn't having an emotional breakdown, Lee, I was just watching talks. All year. I honestly do not know what I would have done without TikTok. TikTok was the perfect app at the perfect time of like, would you just like to see some stupid shit? They're short, they're quick, they're endless. You can scroll for as little or as long as you want. Like, the algorithm works pretty well of, I don't know what Matt did to make it angry, but for most people, like, it's a good job of showing you things that are interesting. And like, somebody described it the other day as like, TikTok will show you, TikTok is like, if everybody could just make free thought videos, but then a computer would decide like, no, this one sucks and I'm not going to show it to you. Like, they only show you the ones that are good. I know that I only show you the ones that are bad, but the ones I see are not always bad.
You show us some good ones too, but for the show, it's strictly the bad ones.
Yeah,
the bad
like,
videos.
That's I don't show you ones that I'm like, oh, this is really creative. They're gonna love this live on air. I show you that elsewhere.
Yeah. We were watching Ralph Breaks the Internet the other night, and since I saw the movie for the first time, one of my biggest problems with it is they immediately dated themselves with some of the references. Because it's about the internet, and the internet is ever evolving and ever changing.
Right.
And they're referencing shit like BuzzTube in there. BuzzTube, which is a combination of BuzzFeed and YouTube. And it's like, why would you hitch yourself to so many of these things that could be obsolete in a year? And it's wild to think that Ralph Breaks the Internet came out before TikTok was even a thing. And now it's like TikTok is the thing. So you got some kid watching Ralph Breaks the Internet these days and like, why aren't they talking about TikTok at all?
Yeah, it didn't exist. Didn't exist. It's great. I know it can be dumb, but it's one. I love it all, dumb and creative. There are so many things. Like here's okay, fun Mahoney fact. Like I myself have no desire to ever like dance or do anything like that, but we've gotten into it briefly on the show sometimes. I think that dancing and dancers is like a really creative, really awesome thing. And one thing that I really enjoy about people who go and dance is like if you watch like one of these like So You Think You Can Dance or something like that. Not like Dancing with the Stars or one of these stupid things where the people don't know what they're doing. But if you watch something like So You Think You Can Dance where it's like actual skilled dancers competing against each other to like see who's the best, right? Like
I mean, it's kind of amazing.
It's pretty amazing what they can
Sure.
do.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If you watch like The Voice or like American Idol, like the people who are out there singing are like, I'm going to get famous. Like I'm going to be a famous singer. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have like albums and cars and like a posse. Like I'm going to be famous, right? Who's a famous dancer? Like no one. No one's a famous dancer. So none of these people have that like air of just kind of like I don't know, like they don't come across as like stuck up or like I'm here to become famous. They're literally just here because they're like, I just think this is cool and I like doing it.
I just
like,
want to dance.
Yeah, and like if you just think something's cool and you just like doing it, I like watching it. Like I'm all about it. So TikTok is
Let me tell
basically
you about giantess porn, Mahoney.
TikTok is basically the I think this is cool and I like doing it app of the internet. So I'm all for it.
I really don't like it.
I appreciate the work that goes into a lot of them and the thought and the writing and the planning and sometimes just the off the cuff ideas. There's a lot of good shit on there, but it gets drowned out by
queef a minute ago.
Right. Also, the app for me isn't the best. I like watching TikToks on my desktop more than on my phone because anytime I open a TikTok on my phone, it is too loud and sounds awful and it's just obnoxious and it makes me want to never open a talk on my phone again unless I get some headphones.
You got to turn on your advanced sound settings and lower the volume just on TikTok, which is something that I've done.
Oh.
So like example, one thing that's fun, I sent it to you guys. I know you were kind of like, okay, whatever. But there's the girl there's that filter where if you freeze for a minute, it turns you into a ghost, and then you can keep dancing while there's a still picture of yourself behind you, right?
Right.
So there's this remix of what's the Michael Jackson song?
Thriller. Or no,
Billie
Beat
Jean,
It.
right?
It's Beat It.
Yeah, Billie Jean. There's
Billie
this
Jean.
remix of Billie Jean with these two other songs. I don't even know what the other songs are.
Bitch, I'm a ghost.
And so, yeah, it's like Bitch, I'm a Ghost, and then they freeze themselves and turn into a ghost, and they do this like choreographed dance, and then they break the filter and come back like right on beat, right? So that's like the shit right now on TikTok. Like all over the For You page, everybody's doing it. Like famous people are doing it, celebrities are doing it, famous TikToker people are doing it, but also just like legit celebrities are doing this, right? That thing was created by like some teenager from Montana. And like, how fucking cool that you can just be some random teenager in Montana and be like, this is a thing I think is cool. And then the whole world is like, you're right. That is cool. I'm going to do my version of it now. Like, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then a chick does it and she's got her tampon string hanging out.
Right. Which I'm sure was a bit. And then, some other girl's like, I can make myself queef and make it sound like a duck. It takes all types.
It does. It really is the takes all kinds of all the internets.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Christ. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, let's see here. Back to the Discord. We got Zero, who writes in. Says, non-specific shout-outs to the typical things I'm grateful for every year, even if more so this year. Spending time with cat health, etc. So number 6, The ALA, the last convention we went to back in January. Kat was able to hang out with one of her best friends. Our panels went fantastically, and it was the last time we got to see our con crew. Number 5, Mandalorian, Star Wars feels good again. Number 4, 2020 was actually a pretty great year for Transformers toys. Finally got a giant Scorponok, and he's fucking right. I was saying the other day about how, like, I haven't bought a whole lot of the current crop of Transformers because I've, got a bunch of those characters. But what a fucking great time to be starting a collection. Like, they're just great. They're so good. Number 3, Teletran1.net, very related. He says he's had a lot of fun developing his Transformers TGC site, TCG website, and it's been a big help to the games community. Number 2, the move to streaming. It took a global pandemic for people to realize the streaming is the way to go.
Well, I mean, it was kind of moving that direction anyhow, and this was just everybody's excuse to be like, all right, fucking pull the trigger.
I'm all done, thanks. I'm all good. And then number 1, Online Jeopardy. Between running it for online conventions and for the podcast, running Jeopardy games online has been a blast. I have big plans for the near future, including monthly games, he says.
Let me tell you, that online Jeopardy game that I suppose doesn't exist yet. Never mind. Never mind. I bet Zero hosts some real fun online Jeopardy games. We should do that someday.
Yeah,
maybe. Did you just have a vision of the future?
I might have. It's like Jose watching football.
Yep. Going back to Zero's website for the Transformers trading card game, I've seen him tweeting about it, and I would gladly retweet it, but I think that everyone that I know that would be interested in it already knows about it. It would be Lee and Zero.
Yeah. I have that problem a lot with my account, too, especially where my tweets are private, and it's like, I mean, I can retweet this, but
right.
To who?
The same 5 people are going to see it. All right, Cat's List. No particular order. Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's been my quarantine game, and I still play it every day.
Hell yeah, me too.
All the TV shows and movies we've taken the time to watch, including Lucifer, Mando, Ozark, and the entire Monogatari series.
You guys should watch Stars.
Cooking and baking. Yeah. I'm a level 4 cook now. Working out with mom. I've been working out with my mom virtually 6 days a week. That's cool.
Wow.
That is cool.
Drawing more and improving my art. I draw almost daily now, and I'm getting happier with it all the time.
Hell yeah.
Man, fucking...
I didn't think that happened. I thought artists just always hated their art.
Fucking hobbies are cool, huh? Like, look at Jose picking up 9 hobbies at the end of quarantine.
Man.
And then reading more. I've gone through around 100 books this year.
Oh my god.
And then last moment entry. Oh yeah, we got married back in January. Feels so long ago we both forgot to put it on our lists.
What?
I probably haven't read 100 books since middle school.
Yeah, Nicole's she's about 50 deep this year, something like that. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
All right, Kelly, take us home.
All right, we got Eric Magnus. Honorable mention goes out to all the anime apps I use to watch anime other than Hulu. Also, those manga apps I use, and because of COVID, I don't have to worry about going on dates or the movies. That saves a lot of money. Number 6, that stimulus check.
Hell yeah.
That was a good time.
Number 5, binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine and My Hero Academia. I can't believe I love those 2 shows.
Shit, yeah.
Number 4, Trump supporters depressed, crying, and losing their money after the election.
Yes.
My new king.
Number 3, Trump losing the election. Number 2, Trump losing the election again and again and again and again. Number
Every
1,
day he just loses it in new and more interesting ways.
And number 1, Biden being confirmed as president-elect on Monday. And shouts out go to Trump supporters and how their behavior let the world know what pieces of trash they are. I love how their shittiness has given me the opportunity to clown the fuck out of them and to sow hate and discontent on Facebook.
Yeah, fucking Eric Magnus, just a couple weeks ago, just started going in on Trump supporters, and I am here for it on the Discord.
Also, Trump has now lost the election so many times, he's now the 53rd president of the United States. Also, biggest shout out goes to Trump, Giuliani, and the rest of those cocksuckers who caught COVID, even though I feel bad for COVID and hope it can recover. Fuck QAnon, there's a reason it's not called IQAnon. Last but not least, being able to watch Wonder Woman finally.
What a great list.
So glad you found
that's
Eric
that's a
Magnus-
really good burn. Not called IQAnon. That's fucking great.
That's
I've never heard that
really
before.
good. That's a good roast right there.
That's good. That's
Don't follow QAnon enough to know much about them, other than
Please don't follow QAnon at all, Mahoney.
like today I saw a TikTok where these guys were they go around and they like go to Trump conventions and rallies and they like interview the people, and one guy was talking to them about QAnon and he's like, so you are convinced that QAnon is JFK Jr.? And he was like, I mean, if you look at the clues, like this is obviously Jr. Like this is obviously JFK Jr. I was like, this is real life? Like these people really do think this is JFK Jr., huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw something that suggests there's so many female QAnon followers because QAnon found its way into like the holistic medicine circles and the people that fuck with like crystals and shit like that. And it's like, why not? Why?
I wonder why. What's the common denominator between the people who fuck with crystals and the people who fuck with QAnon? What could it be?
Big
Not a lot
old
of
dunk
critical
cap.
not a lot of critical thinking.
If you are out there and you fuck with crystals, thanks for listening, but okay.
Oh, I fuck with crystals. I'll eat like 40. That was great.
That was a good
Finish
good
it
time.
strong, man. Like a lot of positivity in those top sixes where, you know, we kind of struggled when we first announced this. Everybody was like, oh, are we going to be able to pull 6? But for a good portion of this, everything was positive. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of movies this year, but there's a lot of good pop culture that still came out in these past 12 months.
There was a lot of good stuff this year, and we are really set up for some good years in the future.
Right, for real.
Yeah. They like took a year off. Like those movies that they were gonna release last year or this year still have to come out someday.
Yeah. And everything else is getting pushed back after that too.
Right.
COVID sucks and coronavirus sucks, and you know, we've had almost 300,000 people die at this point. But the silver lining of it all is it made all of us kind of stop and take a second. Like not just personally, but what's going on? Oh, Lee got booted.
Oh dear.
But like even like these movie studios have had to stop and be like, all right, well, maybe we need to rethink things. Let's try something different. And that's from top to bottom, and it's not the worst thing. Maybe we need a COVID every 10 years or so just to kind of reset things.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's just skip it. Let's just take the lessons.
But like, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be COVID. But maybe because of COVID, we put it into just everyday working. Like, all right, now you know, we're gonna take 3 months off in the middle of the year. Everybody chill. Everybody enjoy.
That'd be nice.
I mean, I hope those things stick. Like, I hope that like there are talks at my work where they're like, why do we have so many offices? Like, why do I have a consistent monthly conversation about how there's not enough room to put all the people we want to put in North Carolina into North Carolina, and then the entire company starts working from home and everything's fine? Like, why do we do this to ourselves?
Yeah, I have a feeling once businesses like yours start going back to working in office, you're going to have a lot of people being like, nope, no thanks, I'm out. I'm going to go find a job that I can work from home.
Yep.
Because what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Productivity's down? You can't do your job from home? Obviously we can. And I think for the most part, productivity has been up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're keeping your overhead down as well. So what are you going to do?
That's the thing. Like, it's hard for them to say anything about it because, like, there was a like feature in like Forbes or something about how well this is working for us. So how are you going to come back and be like, we should go back to the old way? Like, what are you talking about?
I want to be able to hover over my employees in person and breathe down their necks. What if that's what it turns into is bosses just have to visit all of their employees at home every day? Just drive around the neighborhood?
Nightmare. Like a district manager of a retail store.
Yeah.
Been there. Well, since Lee's still trying to get back, let's talk about next week. So the next 2 weeks, we will not be live, but we still have Popcast content coming your way. So we teased it earlier. We will be heading up to the Pop Cabin for the holidays, and we will be watching a movie next week. And that movie is the 1997 holiday classic, Jack Frost. Not the 1998 holiday classic, Jack Frost, starring Michael Keaton. It is the horror movie that came out the year before. So that should be fun. Lee says, shit, you may need to wrap this one up without me.
Lee, you bimbo.
Lee rebooted his router because that's what you do in the middle of a podcast.
And then week after that, we will be doing the 2020 edition of Pop Jeopardy, hosted by Zero. It has not happened yet. It is 2 weeks in the future. We have not already pre-recorded it, no matter what Mahoney has said.
I think it's going to be a good time, though.
It might be. And then we will be back with a new live show on January 5th, the first Tuesday of 2021. And by then, Trump will have lost again. And hopefully things will be turning around. We should all have the vaccine injected into the head of our penis, so we should all be...
January? No.
I know, but I
We're
wanted
not
to...
getting that shit until May, maybe.
We're not getting that shit until September.
You gotta be old like Tito to get it early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero in the chat. COVID sucks. Nice with the hot takes. All right. Kelly, do you want to talk about comic books, or since Lee's not coming back on, do we want to wrap this up?
Oh, fuck them. I'm real tired.
All right.
Yeah, wrap it.
Let's call it a night. Thank you for listening this week. Thank you for listening every week, for all your support in 2020. We've all kind of been there for each other, and having the Popcast to do every week and to focus on has not only has helped mentally, but helps me remember what fucking day of the week it is.
Yeah,
and that's real
you
important.
Tell us,
yeah.
And then we all know.
So it's been great. If you keep listening, we'll keep making them. But you know what? Even if you don't keep listening, we'll keep making them.
Yeah, we'll probably still keep making them.
Yeah, because we fucking have a ball.
As we want.
Yeah. If you can, review it, leave a comment, smash that like button, subscribe, listen to Pop Fantasy Football, all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter, join the Discord, discord.panelsonpages.com. Get some merch.panelsonpages.com. For Lee Rodriguez, Kelly Harris,
that idiot sandwich,
Dan Mahoney, Jose Guzman, who's not here, and myself, the Lord Reverend Jason Nyes. It's been the Panels on Pages podcast. Last one live for 2020. We'll see you next time. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this? Do you mind if I this?
Fucking Google something.
Do you mind if I this?
Holy shit.
Do you mind if I this?
You You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
I didn't want to say it.
Do you mind if I this?
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking
Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.